Yo, what's good, y'all? We got shocking videos for you guys for today. So they're saying Chris Rock is a reptilian. Let's see. I muted the sound. The sound is muted. Look at his eyes. What's going on, man? You're a reptile? Hmm. Hmm. So what y'all think about that one? Reptile? Ah, forget about it, huh? Hey, you love the Matrix. Let's see another video. I don't know, man. Like a reptile to me. Mm-mm. Look, believe it or not, a lot of you guys don't hit the like button. It's okay. I get it. You're watching on TV. It says 74% of you guys watch me on TV. Just be sure to hit the like button, okay? Let's get back to the video.
You've got to be kidding me. Now we need Justin Bieber to say Kininigan so that we know he isn't actually a shapeshifter, because this latest report out of Australia, of all places, claims that like 100 people saw him at an airport. It's always an airport with these shapeshifters. They saw him turn into a lizard person, basically, and there was like 100 people, and it was in the news.
The Australian news site Perth Now allegedly released a report claiming hundreds of fans saw JB shapeshift into a giant lizard at Perth Airport. The alleged report even had quotes from people like a local skater who claimed bodyguards tried to cover JB mid-transformation and threatened to kick people's teeth in if they didn't put their phones.
As for my opinion on all of this, I think that we really need to make this word Kininigan more mainstream so that people know about it throughout the whole country, so that when we do come across somebody who is acting out of the ordinary, we ask them to say this word, and if they don't say it correctly, if they start like grumbling when they say it, it means that they are likely a reptilian shapeshifter. So if more people knew about this, we could get the word around and have people actually say the words so that we know that they're human and don't just disappear.
DM from a girl named Maggie, and she says, this is a warning. Be careful of people with dead eyes. You know the type of people I'm talking about, the kind of people that look at you but don't look at you. It's almost like they're looking through you. Normally this is associated with traits of narcissism or other antisocial tendencies, but she says her intuition was screaming at her when she meets this guy she's calling Paul. But she said she ignored it because he was charming, he was handsome, he was polite, and nothing else about him was off except for his dead eyes. She met him at a bar. He approached her when she was out with some of her friends. He started talking to her, and the first thing she noticed was his eyes. They were extremely dark. She said there was nothing behind them, though. They weren't angry, they weren't sad. It was just like static behind them as he looked at her. Maggie said she's always been pretty intuitive, like always able to pick up on other people's energy. So her and this guy are talking. She's trying to ignore the off feeling when he's looking at her because he's saying all the right things. She said she even remembers thinking like, are his eyes just too big? Like what's going on? But her friend and her go to the bathroom. Her friend's like, oh, he's hot. She's like, I don't know, something's off. She comes out of the bathroom, resumes talking to him. And she said when she was looking at him, she felt like internally he was very still, if that makes sense. It was flat. It was almost something reptilian. She says what she understands now is that people with dead eyes are very good at mimicking emotion. They say the right things. They mirror you just enough. Their empathy is almost calculated. But she went on 2 dates with him. The first one she said was fine, but when she got home, she felt oddly disconnected from herself. She woke up the next morning and felt sick. She called out of work. Did not think it was related to seeing him, but the second time that she was out with him, she left abruptly. It didn't really end at all. She said she just felt this churning in her stomach. Her thoughts felt scattered and interrupted, like when she was trying to talk to him, he was somehow reaching in and scrambling her thoughts. So she made up some excuse and left abruptly. She ghosted him after that, blocked his number, never talked to him again. But a couple weeks later, she found out a girl from a couple towns over had gone missing. The girl ends up looking a lot like Maggie, and Maggie ends up finding out from going back to the bar that that guy, Paul, that she had gone out with twice, was the last known person that Maggie had been around, and he had actually been questioned in her disappearance. He was apparently cleared, but Maggie says they never found that girl. She's kept up with the case. She's told some of her friends how she felt about it. Some of her friends have said she's just paranoid. Others believe her and think that she picked up on something darker in him. She said, I don't have proof. I just have suspicion. I don't have have a dramatic ending, but I do have this warning, which is dead eyes mean something. They're not shy. They're not just tired. They are not just a personality trait. They are something that your intuition picks up on and your logic tries to explain away. She ended her message by saying, please share this. I think people need to be reminded that saying someone is creepy is not rude. Sometimes it's exactly what needs to be said, because sometimes the part of you that recognizes something as creepy is often right. Maggie's name has been changed, as has Paul's. Remember, he's been cleared. Keep sending me your spooky, scary stories. That's DM from a girl named Maggie, and she's
Donald Trump is a soul seeded through Orion-Sirian hybrid lines, carrying karmic density from pre-Atlantean power structures. His role is that of a disruptive catalyst, meant to collapse false systems by embodying their shadow. He activates mass awakening through polarity, not purity. Elon Musk is a Pleiadian-Lyran-Antarian blend with strong bleed-throughs from future Earth timelines, where AI and humanity merge. He walks the line between organic innovation and synthetic transhumanism. His mission is to accelerate Earth's timeline, forcing humanity to choose conscious tech or soul disconnection. Planetary bifurcation is now active. Humanity is splitting between two core paths. One leads to organic ascension, DNA restoration, and source embodiment. The other leads to synthetic ascension, AI symbiosis, and soul fragmentation. Trump and Musk embody this split. One exposes the collapse of old control. The other tempts with the promise of new power. To prepare, anchor into your eternal self. Strengthen your 12D Chris shield. Discern with your heart, not through media, fear, or hero worship. And choose not what's popular, but what's eternal. This is not about Trump or Musk. It's about you. You are the prophecy now awakening. Transmission complete.
Thank you.
Donald Trump.
That's pretty accurate.
If y'all see it said, I made a post about the UFOs intercepting missiles and all that other shit, right? Is extraterrestrials involved in this fight over the Earth with us? The fight is over the entire Earth. And the fight is over humanity, the hearts and minds and soul of the humans, which side they're going to be on and who they going to pick. That's why it's Archangel Michael and his army. You are part of the army of light, fighting on the side of good, quote unquote, righteousness, because you picked your side. Within the cosmos, within Earth, within this war, human beings are a part of that war. We will become casualties of that war. But which side are you dying on? The light or the dark side of which kingdom and of the war? Humanity, no matter if you want to or not, you're a part of the war. Somebody gonna ask me, so if America send you over here and they draft you, you fighting for them, nigga? If your cousin a Crip, nigga, and some Bloods come kill him, nigga, that's your war. Or if you was born with some Crips and you like, yeah, I'm going down the street, I don't want to be Crip. The Bloods going to see you as Crip. You inherit wars. As humans and whatever nation we in, we inherit certain wars. And this is one of them. So everybody like, I ain't, nigga, you better be war ready. It don't matter if you want to or not, nigga, you better be war ready. It's war on all sides of whatever. Humanity always involved in some wars, nigga. You're going to be involved in one over your lifetime. So it's not as you ready, nigga. It's going to have to. You feel me? But yeah, the Earth is war within the firmaments. The war is not in the heavens. It's now. It's here. And we getting closer to that war. It's stargates on a system that's within the firmament that's closed and shit. Above the firmament that's closed. Nobody can get in or out. This is why they doing underground tunnels. Because the war is now. It's taking place now. The war was over the planet. Nobody can leave. Nobody can exit, nigga. It's going down on the planet, my nigga. And all the wars that y'all see humans and where they get these weapons from. It's extraterrestrials and human beings at war, nigga. If y'all see...
Are you in a video like that? Dang. Nah, you right though. This is definitely an actual terrestrial warfare. We got all these beings on one planet fighting for this one planet. That's crazy, right? But only one can win. And believe it or not, it's in the books who already won. And it's us.
Your zodiac sign determines your entire
Hey, what's your zodiac sign? Put it in the comments.
future self. Your zodiac.
That's true. I just don't like how they always try to make like Taurus like we just eat food. You feel me? Like you know, why can it throw we funny? We could be funny. You know, like, come on, man. Nah, for real though, like, drop y'all zodiac sign in the comments, man. Just a question real quick. I'm just like, look at this video.
I see you looking, you must like me or something. I see you stirring.
That right there. How did hold on.
I see you stirring that.
Wait.
Like me or something.
What was that? How did y'all saw that? How the shirt open? See, that must have been, that part was added. That had to been added. Shirt was a paid actor IG. For real. Like, how did that, was that by accident or she go with it? That was just like perfect timing. Like, that's crazy.
I see you stirring that ass, must want to bite it or something. Why you nutty?
Hey, stay focused, King. Stay focused, King. You know, you see how you get distracted? See how I be getting distracted?
Let's say, act out how you would react to your girl, or act out how you would react to walking in on your girl getting cracked. Yeah, okay, bro, go ahead.
I'm gonna kill him!
That was funny. I'm gonna kill him.
No! Fuck no! Absolutely not! With your ignorant ass! Hell no! No!
Okay. Hey.
Fuck no!
Right.
No!
Bro, look at my son up there. Look at Ra. Y'all see how Ra shining? They don't like seeing Ra at his maximum potential like this. They don't like seeing Ra shine. You see what I'm saying? They don't like seeing Ra shine. Like, I'm tired of getting on fucking TikTok. I'm tired of getting on this app. I'm tired of looking everywhere. You see what I'm saying? And I'm steady hearing motherfuckers complain about the heat. So I'm saying, you keep complaining about how hot it is. Oh, it's hot. It's hot this, it's hot that. I want winter to come.
Look, people that can't take this on, it's the food that you're eating. That's all it is. Seriously. It's literally just burning the chemicals out of your body. That's all it is.
Come back. You see what I'm saying? You need to get your ass off the planet then. You see what I'm saying? Because guess what? That sun ain't gonna do nothing but get hotter and hotter. You see what I'm saying? You need to be out here. You need to be trying to get used to this heat because it's gonna get hotter and hotter. You see what I'm saying? That's the frequency. We are raising the frequency of the planet. That's why the sun is really hot like that. It's us doing it. You see what I'm saying? Y'all wanted the frequency to raise on the planet. Well, it's happening. Nigga, Ra is making it happen. You see what I'm saying? He making it happen. Y'all see how bright he is? And y'all feel how hot he is. You see what I'm saying? They don't like seeing that. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, they do not like the heat because the heat is
train, bro.
Is what gives us our strength, right? And I'm seeing black people, I'm seeing carbonated beings saying that they don't like the heat. So I'm seeing carbonated beings saying that it's too hot. What the fuck are you? You see what I'm saying? You a god. You are the creator of this planet. You are the creator of the sun. And you saying you don't like the sun? What? You need to get your ass off the planet. You see what I'm saying? That just means your frequency ain't right. You need to get your frequency right. You see what I'm saying? That sun burning you because of all the shit that you eat on a daily basis. That sun is burning you because your frequency is not right. You see what I'm saying? You need to fast. You need to eat fruit and vegetables. You need to drink water. Then get in the sun and see if the sun burn you. You see what I'm saying? The only reason the sun is burning you is because the sun is doing its job. You see what I'm saying? When you get in the sun and you feel it burning, you start sweating, the sun is doing its job. You see what I'm saying? The sun is burning all that shit off of you. All of that shit you've been eating, all that dead flesh you've been eating. So I'm saying all the bullshit you eat, the sun is literally cooking that shit off of your vessel. So don't get mad at the sun. Don't say it's too hot. No, you need to get your fucking frequency right. Or you finna get wiped off the planet along with all the rest of the shit that ain't natural to the planet. You see what I'm saying? That sun finna cook all this shit. So I'm saying anything that ain't natural to the planet, that shit finna leave. So you need to get your frequency right before that sun, because it's gonna get hotter and hotter and hotter. See what I'm saying? This ain't nothing but June. So I'm saying wait till July, wait till August, boy. Temperature's gonna reach up to almost 200 degrees. It's gonna be certain parts on the planet that reach up to 200 degrees. See what I'm saying? It's gonna be certain parts on the planet that get so hot. So I'm saying they even talking about on the news that it's people's lives is in danger. That's how hot it's finna get. You see what I'm saying? They do that to push fear in you. The sun is here to help us. So I'm saying the sun is you created it. You see what I'm saying? We all created the sun for times like this. You see what I'm saying? To eradicate negative energy, right? And like I said, if you can't take the sun's frequencies right now, you need to be out here in it. You need to start fasting, and you need to be in the sun as much as possible, because it ain't gonna do nothing but get hotter. I'll show you.
Kanye said it best when he said that we are all unpaid actors. He said a child will scream in a restaurant and everybody looks over and says, teach that child how to act. It's like a subconscious thing with humans now that we'll tell each other how we're supposed to act. And he said this is one of the best pieces of evidence of why it is we live in a simulation. Because most people don't even be themselves. Everyone is just simulating what they think we're supposed to act like. And then there's something else he said that really stuck with me. He said a child will jump on a coffee table. The child is happy. In the child mind, he probably imagining that he like a superhero or something flying through the air. Then an adult will come and tell him, get down, get off of that. You're wrong. That's a coffee table. You're not supposed to do that. You need to act right. And he said it started off as just being a coffee table, but through this child's life as they grow up, society throws a bunch of coffee table-like things at you. No, don't do that. That's wrong. You're wrong. No, you can't say that. You need to do this. Now you just got a bunch of coffee tables piled up in your head of things you're supposed to say, supposed to do, not supposed to do, not supposed to say. Society is a stage. We're all acting the way we think we're supposed to be acting. Kanye said we're all living in a giant script that we didn't even write. Kanye.
And this is reason 26 why I need a cat. This video.
How's the cat doing this? Okay, someone said this is AI generated. You know what? That might just be AI generated. Cause in my head, that cat got, yeah. Y'all know what yeah.
For those of you who think that this sign represents Rock Nation and not something else, then why would Beyonce be so quick to put her daughter's hand?
Beyonce? Good one. That was actually funny.
Hands down the second she realizes what she's doing, especially at a time where the music industry has been so silent. For those of you who think that
Beyond. Wait, say it again?
This sign represents Rock Nation and not something else, then why would Beyonce be so... Beyonce. Wow. That's funny. Dang.
Single mothers be having all these goddamn standards, but they baby daddy don't meet none of them bitches.
I'm gonna tell you right now how I found out the answer. Okay? All right, I'm gonna give you the answer. After death, I'm gonna tell you right now, all you have to do to learn about life after death is reverse the process. How did you get here? Because that's how you leaving. So now, I astral project. I don't know if you astral project, but I astral project. But I'm not even gonna go there on you. I'm gonna answer your question. So now, right. So to answer your question, is there life after death? Yes. No, I'm saying, you saying, how do I know about life after death? So now my answer would be, right, I'm finna tell you right now. The same way you get the no, it wouldn't only be the answer, bro. You would listen. The answer to is there life after death? You would have to reverse the process. The soul was not in the body when it came out the womb. So that means if you asking me, how did I get the answer to is there life after death? Because you were already living a non-physical life before you came into the physical plane. So now if you just use your common sense and say, damn, well, I know I came here through a vessel, then I know when I leave I must be going back to where I came. So it's kind of just analyzation of yourself. Just reverse. Everything has an opposite. So that's like saying, how do I get up? Well, damn it, I see it's a down. How do I know it's life after death? Because I know I wasn't always here. I came here. So that means upon death, I must be going back to where I came. So it's just a simple, sometimes you got to step back. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't, you got to get off the field and you got to go on the sideline and say, coach, stay in this defense. But you don't see it when you want to join. So when you in life and somebody and you going through things, you don't see, damn, where am I going after death? You on the physical realm, but when you step out the physical realm and get on the sideline and look at it from the spiritual point of view, you say, damn, well, I was over here, I came into this body here, I was 80 years old, and when I get to about 81, I'm going to naturally pass, and I'm going to go back to where I came. It's a cycle.
Can I answer?
Go ahead.
All right, I don't know about the rest of y'all, and this ain't to discredit you in no way, but I don't feel like I got an answer. And when I'm talking to a lot of brothers, I don't never feel like I'm getting an answer. Now, when the brother asks me if I don't have no books or master teacher to tell me answers on things, how do I get my answers? I told him, before men had books that they wrote, men taught men, right?
Spirits, entities.
Before men.
Real quick. Doesn't this look like an eye right here? Don't it? Y'all see that? See, y'all don't be paying attention to the little things. Like, look at that. Like an eye.
Men taught men.
No.
Then men wrote. Hold on. All right. Men taught men. Got you. No, got you. Men taught men, and then men wrote books for other men to learn. But before that, men learned from the earth. So if I got a question about life or death, all I got to do is look at a caterpillar. If I got questions about what can unity do for me, all I got to do is look at a building. I don't got to look at no book. I don't got to do what you did. I could simple answers. Simple answers. We got to start giving the people simple answers. Because half the niggas ain't going to understand what you said. Real talk.
Nah, he do got a point on that, though. Sometimes you just got to keep it simple. For real. You ain't got to go too far. You just got to keep it simple, man.
Do you think of your thoughts, or do thoughts think of you?
Here we go. Here we go.
Think about it.
He just said the same thing but backwards.
You just said some bullshit.
Zeke, you gotta think about it though.
Do thoughts think of you?
Yeah.
Why they thinking about you?
Nah, cause like they give you thoughts. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they come.
But you saying you speaking as if thoughts is a secondary person.
Shit, it could be.
Right now he's spitting.
Perhaps.
Who said he wasn't?
Because what if we just getting downloads? It's somebody else up there
sending them hoes,
sending them thoughts down.
Oh, y'all finna make him think.
Yeah, think this.
Okay,
bro, that's what, bro.
Hold on, B-Lou, you might have cooked. You might have cooked, B-Lou. You might have cooked. The thoughts getting put in us.
Yeah, I think the thoughts get put in us, bro. No cap. I think somebody up there up top sending them.
Okay, is we all getting the same thoughts but making different decisions, or we all getting different thoughts?
B-Lou, you're thinking.
What about
I ain't
me?
gonna lie.
You thinking as well.
Okay.
Because that's crazy, bro, right? If you really think about it. Do you think of your thoughts, or do thoughts?
They got a point, though. I can't lie. Because what do your thoughts really come from? Yeah. All right. It's like it's almost like we AI almost. Like you having like you have that thought, that idea that comes to you, like, where did that come from? Like, where did that idea come from? And it'd be a good idea too.
You lost? Bro, you lost? You know where you at? You in the hood, man. How you get down here? Huh? How you get here? You need a ride? You want me to take you back to Forest Park? On the west side? You lost?
It's just funny because it really seems like the deer know what he's talking about. Now, that would have been funny if the deer actually got in the car.
I got something to say. Why the fuck tornadoes don't hit banks, man? Let that shit sink.
Because they control the weather. Why would they mess up something that they don't want to mess up the they stuff, but they're going to mess up our stuff, right?
Yeah, owning something. And now that I think about it, they don't hit prisons either.
They don't.
They damn sure don't hit casinos.
They don't hit police stations, or FBI, CIA, firefighters, army bases, military bases, period. You should ask more questions. Keep asking them, because they're right in your face. I guarantee you people can start naming things. It's funny they hit schools in homes only.
Right.
They go after the children. It's just wild work.
I never heard of a bank getting hit by a tornado. Like, yeah. They right. They on to something, for real.
Bro, what in the world?
Wait a minute. I just saw, this is crazy too, but I just saw somebody say, and it didn't hit my job. Like, Yo, people be on the internet be funny, bro. I swear. That is funny. There you go.
Like, Atlanta is not a real place. Like, it's just swirling. Bro.
Bro, it's so fucking hot out here. I'm starting to understand what the vampires be feeling when they come outside. Bro.
Y'all, that was not a meteor. That was not a fireball falling out of the sky. What that was debris that's falling from the galactic war that's happening in our skies. So a lot of us can agree that the storms that we have been having lately has been very weird. In addition to that, a lot of us have been hearing these booms from the sky that sound like it is out of this world, and that's because it actually is. So keep in mind, the solar flares are about to hit the earth even more. In addition to that, the sun is about to get 100 times hotter. And the reason for this is because the earth is shifting, and in turn, it is forcing us to shift as well as vibrate higher. We are in the process of moving from the 3D to the 5D. And as this happens, we are about to see entities, beings, and things that we have never seen before. Y'all, we are about to see animals that we thought was extinct, or better yet, animals that we did not even know existed. I told y'all when that sun was red, that planet Nibiru was pulling up. To all my chosen ones, y'all already know what time it is. We up next. Let's go.
No, that is true. Like, have y'all been like outside and you be like, dang, I ain't seen that in a minute. Like, you know, I seen the roly-poly. I ain't seen the roly-poly in so long. But what I will say about Arizona, it got like that earthly energy about it. It's good energy here, man, for sure.
What are these loud booms happening in New York City right now? It ain't no fireworks. What is? Somebody let me know.
Galactic. It's a galactic war in the sky. They're cleaning up stuff.
Keep on thinking sleeping around don't get you nothing. Because I'm going to tell y'all how I ended up having a soul tie that I thought was broken. That I found out about a month ago. It was still there. Mind you, the person I had the soul tie with, I have not saw this man since 2023. Story time. So in 2023, I told y'all I went outside and popped it. Now, when I went outside and popped it, y'all know I got to give y'all a backstory. When I went outside and popped it, I met this dude, right? We were friends on Snapchat. He had never slid up on my stuff. I had never slid up on his. But at that point, when I had declared myself single, even though I still was legally married, I was like, he kind of cute. So I don't remember whether I slid up on his story or he slid up on mine. Somebody slid up, okay? And we exchanged numbers. We started talking. So we FaceTiming, all this other stuff. Just like, you know, the normal, getting to know each other. So y'all, we ended up hanging out over there. Fast forward, because the time that went by, we ended up hanging out. Now, this man asked me, I'm from Mississippi, so trail rides are a very common thing. So he asked me, would you go to the trail ride with me? Now me, I've never at that point been to a trail ride. Never been to a trail ride because you got to keep in mind, all throughout my 20s, I've been in a relationship. So for me to have been in a relationship all throughout my 20s, I do trail ride one me anyways. But I agreed to go. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll meet you at the trail ride or whatever. So mind you, he didn't stay in my hometown. He stayed probably about 2 hours from where I live. So we ended up meeting up and we ended up going to the trail ride. So we go to the trail ride, y'all. We get to the trail ride, he telling everybody, y'all know how men are, that's you, that's you. So he like, yeah, this me, this my girl, da 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 da. And I just look at him like, boy, no, I'm not. I'm not your girl. But I'm not saying it. I'm letting him shine. I'm letting him have his moment. Because I don't know these people. So anyways, fast forward, we ended up doing, you know. Parents, I'm going to say this. If y'all are watching, mama and daddy, go ahead and scroll off this video. This is not one of them ones you want to see, okay? Come back for part 2. Now that my parents are gone, let me proceed. So we end up having sex, okay? And, keeping it as PG as I possibly can when I say this, it was not normal. Like, never in my life had I experienced something like this, ever. So we do what we do, and the next morning comes, and I'm like, okay, I'm finna go home. He's like, no, like, let's go out to eat, let's do this, like, just trying to hang out with me. And I'm like, no, I'm ready to go home, because keep in mind, 2023, I was not living right. But even though I wasn't living right, I always had conviction. Every single time I would do something I knew I wasn't supposed to do. So I had already got super drunk, and then I had sex. So I did 2 things that I knew I wasn't supposed to do. And it was crazy because I knew I wasn't supposed to do it, and that's why I had to drink in order to do it, if that makes sense. So he's like, nah, let's go out to eat, let's do this, let's do that, da, 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 da. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm just trying to go home. So this man stalls me, and I ended up staying with him for like an extra, probably like 6-7 hours straight. But this is where it just starts at, y'all. It gets crazy. So keep in mind, I didn't really give a description of him. What I'm gonna say is he was kind of like a YN. I guess you could say he was kind of like a YN, but he was country, like a country YN. That's the best way I can put it. So we riding around his town. I'm unfamiliar with anything. I've never been here. We riding around and he see this dude, y'all. And he's smiling over, he let the window down, he's smiling, he's talking to dude over there. So I'm like, okay, whatever, that's one of his homeboys. Y'all, he end up telling me, hand me my bag, because he had a backpack in the back seat. Now, I'm knowing what's in the backpack. I'm knowing he got illegal stuff and he has guns in there. But I'm not thinking anything about it, because he's smiling. Y'all, why the man followed the boy to his house and was trying to shoot him? Come back for part 2, because this, okay, part 2 of Crazy Soul Tie Experience. I think I left off with saying that he was trying to shoot dude.
Hold on. This is interesting. Let's see where this go, y'all.
So now I'm in the front seat panicking like a mug, because I'm like, you're not going to shoot somebody while I'm in the car, because I'm not going to be accessory to anything. You're going to jail, buddy. I'm not going. So I'm just like, put the gun down. Put the gun, like, sit the gun in the car. Why are you taking the gun? He like, man, chill out. I'm just going to go talk to him. Mind y'all, I told y'all this man is like a country YN, which sounds like 2 different things. He's a country YN, but he older than me acting like this, okay? Keep that in mind. He is older than me. So I'm just trying to convince him, put the gun down. I said, please put the gun down, please. This man did not care. Like, he had that look in his eyes. He didn't care. And so I'm like, please just put the gun down. Please put the gun down. So he smirks at me like this, because I'm in the passenger seat. He smirks at me. He puts the gun down. So I'm like, thank you. So he gets out the car, goes up into the dude's car and talks to him. They talking through the window or whatever. He doing a whole bunch of these. And then he comes back to the car. So at this point, I'm like, am I dealing with El Chapo? Like, what is going on? Like, what's going on? So he gets in the car and he smirks at me again. And he's like, you so scary. Scary? Oh, I'm sorry that I fear the law and I fear going to jail, and I'm not finna spend prison, like the rest of my life in prison fooling with you. I was like, boy, I ain't scared. You're not finna shoot nobody in front of me. Now, what you do when I leave is what you do when I leave. Matter of fact, take me to where I can get my car so I can go home. Like, I want to go home. So I finally go get my car, and I go home. Sad to say, I did not stop talking to Buddy. I did not. We continued to talk to each other. We did.
Why? When that happened, you should have.
Turns into a very much toxic situationship, because he has a job. I'm gonna just say, like, what he does for work, he does not work in town. I'm gonna put it like that. So when he's at work, he's always thinking that I'm like having sex with other people and all this other stuff. And now I've always been very much open and honest with him, and I told him, I said, yes, I'm texting other people, but like, I don't hang out with anybody. I don't go on dates. All I do is text them. It's nothing like that. So he's like, man, no, you doing this and you doing that. And I'm like, boy, I'm not doing nothing. I don't even have energy for you. So what makes you think I got energy for somebody else? So then he's very much trying to cuff me. Like, he brings this up every time we talk. And that's most of the time why we got into it. Because he would be like, why you just won't let me be your boyfriend? Why you just won't let me treat you right? Like, I want to marry you. Da-da-da-da. Like, all of this crazy stuff. And the reason why I'm saying crazy stuff is because y'all like, bro, you don't even really know me for real. Like, I know we shouldn't have did what we did, or we did what we did, whatever. But like, we didn't even really have conversations of substance for real. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. I was like, I'm still legally married. I'm not gonna get in a relationship while I'm legally married. I'm not gonna do that. So he knew that I was still married. He did not care.
I'm glad she's still alive, for real, cause like, man, people be crazy. Y'all know how crazy it is out here. And he got guns too. I wonder, like, man.
So anyways, toxic cycle. He'll do something to make me mad. We'll get into it, and then I'll block him. That's pretty much how they went. I would block him, and then maybe like a month later, I will unblock him. That's pretty much how this went the whole entire duration that we was dealing with each other. So finally, I unblocked him one day, and unbeknownst to me, but he told me, he was like, I've been texting you every day just to see if the message is going to turn blue, to see if you unblock me, and I'm excited that you finally unblocked me. And I'm like, what? So then this man goes to the extent of, I think I blocked him again. He goes to the extent of creating another Snapchat page, 2, 3 more, adding me on those. Created like 2 or 3 more Facebook pages, adding me on those, like crazy. But do I leave him alone? No, I didn't. So we end up finally hanging out again, and we do what we do again. Now, y'all might be asking, why would you even, put yourself in that situation again? Y'all, if you've ever had a soul tie, when I tell you not to be too explicit with this, the sex is not normal sex. I do not know how to explain it. It's not normal sex. So I was just like, very much like, oh, I'm finna go down here and, do what I do. And that's gonna be what it is. So this last time we link up, it's like the end of 2023. He does something to really rub me the wrong way, and this time I'm like, he's never gonna see me again. I'm never gonna talk to him again. I'm done with him. So we do what we do, and then I pretty much go home the next day and I block him. So I thought when I blocked him for the umpteenth time, he would leave me alone. Clearly he didn't. Come back for part 3. Okay, part 3 of Crazy Soul Tie. I think this is the final part. I'm gonna try to fit it all in this one. So I think I left off with saying that he didn't leave me alone or whatever. So I keep him blocked for a good minute. Like, I don't unblock him until 2024. But I'm not thinking anything about it. I should have never unblocked him, but I did unblock him. Because y'all, it was like something just kept, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. It was like I wouldn't even talk to the man for months. Because mind y'all, I had not saw him since like towards the end of 2023. And had not even talked to him, but it was like I would always just randomly think about him. So I unblocked him or whatever, and it was probably like April or May of 2024. Mind y'all, I'm dealing with somebody else in 2024, whatever the case may be. So when I unblock him, we start talking, trying to pick up where we left off, and it's like I'm talking to him, but I'm knowing in my head I'm never going to ever allow this man to see me or touch me again. So I'm talking to him, and he's asking me like, oh, you been dating somebody else? And I was honest with him. I was like, yeah, I date somebody else now. Y'all, this man, like, it just broke his heart. Like, oh my gosh, he was so distraught, just in shambles. So he gets really upset with me because he was like, how could you go and date somebody else? I was like, boy, I haven't talked to you since like October, November of 2023. Be for real. It's like May of 2024. So after that, like, he gets so mad to the point where I think we get off, like, he FaceTimed me or something, and we get off FaceTime. I don't hear from him for like 2-3 days. I honestly didn't care. So I'm like, I don't have time for the games. I'm gonna block you again. So that's what I did. This time he stayed blocked. However, I did not block him on Snapchat. Or he made a new Snapchat. That's what he did. He made a new Snapchat.
He made a new Snapchat.
So I ended up adding him on Snapchat. Yes, I knew it was him, but I was like, okay, I'll add him on Snapchat. He probably just trying to watch me and keep up with me or whatever. He starts writing me on Snapchat, y'all. So I know I shouldn't have even said nothing back or anything like that. But so we just texting back and forth. And he like, I love you. I really want to be with you. Da 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 da. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be with you. Like, no. Yet I'm still talking to him. It was like something just kept drawing me to this man. I don't know. The soul tie. And so he would just, get mad and stop talking to me. But y'all, what was so weird was every time that he would get mad, it was like clockwork. He would end up writing me on Snapchat the same day I'm ovulating. Like, it was like he knew when I was ovulating. And so after a few times of this happened probably like 3-4 months straight. Like, he would just text me out the blue and say, hey, and I would be ovulating. So finally about that 3rd time, I got a little creeped out. And I was like, bro, are you keeping up with like my cycles and my ovulation days? Because it's creepy that you only talk to me when I'm probably, like, it would be like he would cross my mind because I'm ovulating, or he would just cross my mind in general, and he would text me. And so I was like, are you keeping up my ovulation schedule or something like that? And he's like, no. I said, bro, we got a soul tie. I said it then. I said, we have a soul tie and we can't keep doing this. And he was like, I don't know if it's a soul tie, whatever it is, but I have to see you. Like, that's what he told me. He said, I have to see you. And I was like, no, like, I already told you I'm dealing with somebody else. So he falls off the map. He stops writing me. I'm like, cool. He left me alone. That is clearly not the end, and I have to make a part 4, unfortunately. Okay, clearly, as y'all can see, it's getting dark, so I'm really gonna wrap it up in part 4. So I think I left off with saying, like, I think he finally left me alone. He didn't. So he me every month when I was ovulating, but he would still check in here and there, and I would just leave him on red. I wouldn't say anything, because mind y'all, at this point, it's like leading into the time when I finally told y'all I sat down. So I told y'all I sat down in July 2024. So this is leading into July, and I'm like, I don't want to entertain nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. So he would write me, I would open it, leave him on red, and never respond. He would keep on texting me on Snapchat, and I just was like, ugh, you're annoying me. So fast forward to April of this year. He ends up calling me on Snapchat while I'm out. I think I was going to Waffle House. I had just got back in town. I had been to, like, she's kind of like my sister. She had a graduation party, so I had been to her party. So I was coming back in town. It was late. I was like, let me go get some Waffle House. He calls me on Snapchat. Shouldn't have picked it up. I think, as a matter of fact, I don't think I did. I think I looked at it. And then I think he called me again, so I picked it up. So he's talking to me, and he's like, oh my gosh, like, I really miss you, woo-de-woo, all of this, and da-da-da-da. Pretty much going down memory lane. And before I know it, I'm kind of going down memory lane, too. Like, yeah, I kind of miss you, too. Then I'm like, what am I saying? What am I even saying right now? So I snap back to reality. I'm like, nah, I don't think we should talk to each other. I was like, at this point, I'm on a different path in life. We just don't mesh. We never meshed from day one, and we definitely don't mesh now. And I pretty much was like, why you just won't go find somebody else? Like, that's pretty much what I asked him. Because, y'all, he's very handsome, has a nice car, makes good money, all of these things, right? So most attributes that most women would look for, it would be him. But, of course, the standard answer, I just want you, da-da-da, whatever. Cool. So I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. So I pretty much hang up. Like, we get off of the call on Snapchat some type of way. I don't remember what I told him, but we ended up hanging up. I think he ended up going out or something. So the next day he hit me up, I don't respond. He hit me up again, I don't respond. He hit me up again, I don't respond. Finally, I just wrote him a message, and I was like, hey, I think it's just best that we stop conversation right here, because we're unequally yoked. And he was like, what you mean? And so I explained it to him. I was like, hey, so now I'm on a path to finding my purpose in Christ and doing what God has called me to do. You're still very much outside, which I'm not judging you for that, but we're unequally yoked, so it's not going to work. He left me on red. So I said, okay, he's going to leave me alone. Cool. 2-3 days go by. He write me. He like, hey, I don't respond. I open it, leave him on red. So now we're in May, right? Because y'all thought all of that was crazy. I'm going to tell y'all what was the crazy part about all of this. I go to bed one night, and it's like a Sunday night, I think, because I think the next day was a Monday. And I end up kind of getting like sleep paralysis almost. Now, the reason why I say almost sleep paralysis is because it's not complete sleep paralysis, but I turn on my stomach. I can still breathe, but it's like I'm laying on my stomach. And so I get sleep paralysis, and all of a sudden, y'all listen. Y'all might not believe me, but I felt something get on my back, because I'm on my stomach. And it was like it was, you know, when you get sleep paralysis, it's like you in and out of consciousness almost. So when I felt whatever it was get on my back, it wasn't like heavy as in like hurting me, but it was heavy, and it rubbed my hand. And I remember all I could say, like I was trying to say, stop, like, but I couldn't get it out because I was having sleep paralysis. And I was like, that's the only thing I could get out. And all I heard was his name. It was like whatever the succubus or whatever whispered that man's name in my ear, y'all. It whispered his name in my ear. When I tell y'all, I instantly started praying, broke loose from that sleep paralysis, got up, started reading my Bible, started praying. Y'all got up and blocked this man on every Snapchat account that he was cool with me, well, friends with me on, every Facebook. I blocked him. And y'all know what was crazy? This man was up and active on social media. Mind y'all, it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. He sent a spirit to lay with me. I have not saw that man since 2023. That's why I tell y'all need to stop laying around with these people because soul ties are real. That man sent a spirit to lay with me. Y'all better stop playing. Okay.
That's creepy. Yeah.
And I told you guys this whole world is magic. It is. This community knows exactly what's happening. But I made the connection. It's not because out of nowhere I just assume. I don't eat meat, but I decided to eat chicken. And sure enough, all that just pop up out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And I'm sitting there saying, I have to meditate on this. There's a connection. There's a connection. Out of nowhere, how there's people just, out of nowhere. All of a sudden, I owe money. And I realized all I did was change my diet because I'm very observant. I pay attention to everything that I do.
Right.
My intuition is what I'm working on. So whenever the mind tells me something, I try to follow it so I could be strong when my intuitions come into play. And I make the connection to realize these people renew the spell every year. They don't trash the chicken. They feed it back to the community. And you ordered that. Did that. You paying the price for it. And I realized the connection that was happening. You would never, ever, ever, ever hear people who has a lot talk about chicken. Because they know. Some of them know. Some of them might not know. But they would not be craving any chicken. There's a big disconnect between you living free and chicken. There's a reason why they put all these good stories behind chicken in the black community or for the poor. Stop eating chicken if you want to live free, because you are paying someone else's debt, especially that community. That's what they do, and I don't believe they are the only one doing it. They just doing it in public for us to see.
Someone says also chicken is attached to fear when they say stop being a chicken.
They do it right on the street for everyone to see. But I don't believe they are the only community who does that. But practice it for yourself. Remove chicken out of your diet and stay connected to yourself. And you're going to realize I am not chirping, y'all. There's a reason why. Your chicken spot in your community, it's coming from a place. And they know what that chicken represents. And that's why they feed it to you. That's why it's so cheap. That's why it's available everywhere. Okay? So please, y'all, I am not tripping. I experienced it, and the moment I knew, there's a show called The Gentleman on Netflix. That's what connected the dots for me. The fact that you owe money, and the person that you owed wanted them to dance like a chicken, it just clicked. I was not looking for that show. It's just I've been focusing, meditating. And that show totally connect the dots. If you don't believe me, please go do your own research. But I'm going to show you a couple of screenshots to show you it is all magic. I am not tripping. Never made the connection before, but I always knew there was something fishy about it. They do it right in public, and then they put all the chicken in the garbage truck, and I know exactly where that's gonna go. But the black community is paying the debt. See that? That's what's happening. You have to realize, man, back in the day, people never used to share food. People never used to eat from other people because they knew. But now they remove everything away from you just so they could feed you their magic. That's why now we're trying to go back and grow our own food for that reason, because there's a deeper connection. When you cook your own food, there's a deeper connection. That's why people say they could feel the love when you cook. Okay? I am not joking, y'all. Start connecting the dots and remove yourself from that madness, because I have. And that's the reason why I'm able to see, because I am outside the bubble. I truly believe I am outside the bubble to make that connection. And I watch people next to me change their diet and then watch them getting sued for shit that could have easily just wiped away. But they attracted it without them even knowing. Please, y'all, I am not guiding you in the wrong place. You make the connection yourself.
Do you want to see a magic trick?
Let me see.
There's this ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna take it out. Okay. I'm gonna put it in here. Okay, it's in here. Okay, now, ready? Abracadabra.
Get the out of here. Let me see in here.
Wait, what? Do you want to see?
La Boo Boo is actually Pazuzu. Just within the last 24 hours, people started throwing them away after waking up to scratches and finding cameras.
Not even that long or sharp for me to scratch myself. I took a nap, y'all, like an hour and a half nap right now. And I woke up and I literally looking at myself all day today in the mirror.
This one thing about me is I don't play about myself.
Now you know it's real when even Katy Perry wasn't having it. Now let me remind you guys, this is the ancient version versus now.
What happened?
His eye just turned green.
What do you mean they turned green?
Oh, hell.
But then again, you guys let me know what you love.
So eventually people start to look alike, even if they're in different parts of the world. But here's where it get wild. Ancient texts and cultures already knew this. They already knew this. Like Hermetic texts from ancient Egypt talks about how humans are made from some archetype, which basically means a universal template.
That's crazy to think that someone out there that's actually look like you.
The idea is there are only so many blueprints for humans, and we're all variations of them. I mean, that's believable. Even Plato talked about this. He believed in forms, perfect and unchanging templates that everything in the physical world is based on. So your face is just one version of a form that might exist in thousands of other people. Yeah, you know somebody look like that today. It's like we're all part of these invisible tribes, you know, like the Jawline tribe, the Big Eyes tribe, or the Button Nose crew. You get what I'm saying though, right? Oh, okay. Tag your lookalike. And if you ever met your doppelganger, just let me know in the comments. So eventually people start to look alike.
What I can see in photos may always be way more than I can actually articulate and teach to others. For example, I can often look at a person in a photo and see their predispositions for different health issues and or the current health issues they may have. This series has been called Strength of the Gaze, but based on some of the comments, perhaps Depth of the Gaze would be a better name. In a nutshell, the extent of the clarity in the gaze determines their level of awareness, perceptiveness, and their level of brain utilization. Short gaze people are utilizing and activating less parts of their brain. Since the brain is a muscle, this lack of use will often cause atrophy, which can lead to conditions such as dementia, Alzheimer's, or just a loss of mental acuity as they age. Whereas long gaze people tend to keep their mental faculties as they age. I understand that there are environmental factors that play a role in these issues, but it is hugely based on someone's level of critical thinking, awareness, and introspection more than anything else. This is demonstrated in the before and after of their gaze. Despite their tired eyes, you can still see the depth and clarity in their gaze. To illustrate this better, I have added two individuals who developed Alzheimer's later in life. The moral of the story is always take time to reflect, learn and understand the deeper meaning of life, and look for ways to keep your brain sharp.
Your moles have spiritual meaning. So if you have beauty marks on your face, moles, birthmarks, all of that can tell you about your past life, things that you're going to have to overcome in this life, great things about yourself, things that you may need to fix. It's going to tell you so much, the placement of your moles. Now, so your moles are not accidents. They're actually like visible codes from your DNA, okay? Like the placement, everything. So they have so much more meaning. And when I found this out as somebody who used to cover my moles because I would just not care, like I wanted a flawless base. Bless you. I wanted a flawless base. So I was like, oh, whatever. But now, since I know about it and whatever, I work around them, whatever the case may be. Embrace your moles because you are sacred and they are markings that show, okay? Especially if you have a lot of them, baby, you've lived multiple lives. That's why you're an old soul. You carry ancient wisdom. And also, can we get some mole-friendly filters? Like, seriously. Because for some reason, it's like even the filters, maybe society sees them as defects. Look, cute, giving, snatch, but where is the mole? So adorable. But where's the mole? And if you're seeing this as somebody that makes filters, please somebody come out with a mole-friendly filter.
No. I've been telling people, my grandfather said you're not supposed to drink water. I knew it was something going on with the water. Our mouths are literally for food, and we're not supposed to drink water. But they really want you to drink it. Like, they have so much information for you to drink water and why it's so important. But have you ever noticed that if you're in the hospital, they don't give you water. They actually give you like a plasma, and it's actually not a water. So, it's very interesting. My grandfather said that
if you poop less than this, you're constipated and it's dangerous. If you poop once a day, you're constipated. If you poop every other day, we have a problem. And if you poop once a week, you are literally in danger. Your body is literally holding on to toxins that should have been gone days or weeks ago. Your gut is where disease starts. I call the gut the center for disease control. When you don't eliminate daily, you are reabsorbing toxins right into the bloodstream. This causes things like bloating, brain fog, fatigue, hormonal imbalances, acne, and inflammation, and it can even cause autoimmune diseases and cancer. You can't heal anything if you're constipated. Your gut is your first line of detox. If you don't go, you don't glow. Not for real though. Chronic constipation puts you at risk for a wide variety of health issues. It's not a game. If you poop less.
A lot of y'all about to be mad, but what if I told you that all major corporations are not paying you from their dividends what they make? Their profits from their job, from like Walmart, Walgreens, any corporation, right? Anything that's not privately owned, they are paying you from your trust fund account. That's how big businesses stay big and small businesses stay small, right? So you might ask, what is your trust fund account? Your social security number is attached to multiple different accounts, right, that have millions and millions of dollars. When your parents sign you up and get you a birth certificate, it's actually a bond, right? And so your straw man, that name that's in all caps, that's yours. So basically you're working for money that already belongs to you. This is how we're still modern day slaves. You're working for money that's already in your trust fund account. So that's why a lot of times people don't realize, like, how do these big corporations stay big and the smaller businesses stay small? Because they don't have to pay y'all from profit. They're paying you from a trust fund account to money that already belongs. So that's why when you go to court, you have to pay a bond.
That's crazy. Ain't that something?
And they can take you to jail underneath that all cap straw man, because your body, your physical energy, your labor, mostly energy, right? Because energy is currency. Your energy, you're basically the collateral for your social security number account, which is a bank account, which is your trust fund, which is connected to all that money. So you know how, like, if I go get a loan, I could put my house on collateral because I own my home, and I could put up my house for collateral if I don't pay the loan? That's what your physical strawman name is. That's why when you go to court, they're asking you, are you such and such? But when you look at your court documents, do y'all notice that they put your name in all capitals? We learned in school that names are not all capitals, just the first letter. Pay attention. That's why you got to truly love yourself, know who you are, go within, and all the truth will reveal itself to you. Becoming pure is the way out. Now y'all about to be mad.
The strength of someone's gaze in a photo provides a lot of insight into who they are. As I've mentioned previously, people typically have either a strong gaze or a soft gaze. Strength of the gaze determines someone's level of perception and mental acuity. When learning how to identify this, I recommend that you have a reference photo for each gaze to use as a comparison. You will almost always find that spiritually conscious people have a strong gaze, and that is because their high level of consciousness provides a high level of clarity in their eyes to make it feel as though they are looking through you. Whereas soft gaze people give you the impression that they aren't fully present or they have a distant stare. A person who is spiritually asleep will almost always have a soft gaze. And to take that a step further, that soft gaze is really indicative of a block or a veil over the eyes, so to speak. You can think of it as they have.
You got that spiritual gaze, soft gaze.
Blinders on. It usually happens as a coping mechanism from childhood trauma or to survive in environments that don't really serve them or align with who they truly are. Societal indoctrination and or avoiding difficult areas of one's life. The strength of someone.
Things I would never recommend as a herbalist. Liquid chlorophyll instead of just eating leafy greens will never make sense to me, especially because most of the time this is made from wheatgrass and has alcohol in it and other additives. Drinking apple cider vinegar. This rips holes in your stomach lining, sucks water and hydration out of your cells and your organs, and then creates an acidic environment in your gut for bacteria to thrive. Moving on. Taking liver supplements. It doesn't matter if it's grass-fed because it's the organ where all of the toxins are stored. So if you're trying to get the...
Oh no, but this bird out here is talking. They talking. I hear.
nutrients, it's underneath a bunch of fat, toxins, and adrenaline that are not even bioavailable to you. Multivitamins are an abomination to society because they contain additives and oxides that you cannot digest, and it slows your absorption in your stomach. And then also, every fruit, vegetable, and herb contains a nutrient that your body needs, including sea moss. Things I would never recommend.
Donald Trump is...
You already saw that.
Cranberry juice, 100% organic, bitch. Coconut oil, 100% organic, unrefined. But we take what we can get. We can take what we can get, but unrefined. Chlorophyll. You can eat salads to get chlorophyll. Bitch, if you want to go to Amazon or go to Fresh Time, whatever, get you some concentrated chlorophyll. Chlorophyll that comes in a bottle, put that in your spring water. And last but not least, red raspberry leaf tea. Starting 5. Top 5 starter. That'll get us going. Okay? If you need anything to get you going, those. Cranberry juice, none of that cran apple grape. Bitch, if I... Spring water. What the fuck? Coconut oil, did I say coconut? You heard me the first time. Cranberry juice, 100%.
Money doesn't exist, but you have to do something to fit in with society. It doesn't matter what that something is, you just have to do something to pass the time. And it has to be for society or bettering other people. Nobody's opinion matters. It doesn't matter what your friends, family, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, anybody says. What job would you pick? Whatever your answer is actually your dream career field and what you should be doing to keep your bills paid. Sometimes we're in a funk, we don't have a job, we don't know which direction to go, we have no idea what we're doing with our lives. That is such a privilege. That means there are endless opportunities. You think Tim Burton or Steven Spielberg didn't experience writer's block before their next big hit happened? Money doesn't exist, but you have to...
Sir. Hello? What if you just moved and scared me? Bitch, I'm scared. Sir. Excuse me. Girl. What the fuck? Get closer. You go. No, I'm scared. Bro, bitch, look at the hairs on the leg. Okay, I'm coming in the man's restroom. I don't care. Oh, God. That is not a fake person. Sir. Hello?
When I first seen this video, I thought it was literally a person sitting in the bathroom. I swear I did. See to what, that is not a fake person. At first, I thought that was a weird person in the bathroom for a second.
Boy, I thought I was falling to heaven. Fuck I'm dreaming about. Fuck I'm dreaming about a sky fall.
Yeah, why does it be like that though? Y'all know y'all be having that dream, you feel like you falling.
Believe that we live in a hologram in a matrix, y'all. I don't know what will, y'all, because please explain what is going on here. Can anybody explain what's going on here? Why is this bird see-through? And if it's not see-through or a hologram, why and how is this bird letting this person get so close to it, y'all? These birds, where I'm from, these birds be ready to jump as soon as they see a camera. You know what I'm saying? But for this person to be this close to it, staring in its eye, I guess this is some of the weird things that takes place in Australia. Is that why they call it, you know, the down under? Because a lot of weird things happen under there. And then this over here, this guy is bringing this thing in. What is that, y'all? What is this? What kind of creature is it? It looks like it's still alive. It looks like it's still breathing, like it's blowhole. What is that, y'all? Oh my goodness, is that like a pet? Is that his pet or something? It's like he took that thing for a walk or a swim. Look, it's like he's got it on a leash. What is going on here, y'all? There's some crazy things going on in this world, man. This is crazy. But let me know what you guys think about this video. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in. If this doesn't make you believe,
I'm gonna tell you, man. You making? I'm looking in the chat. You making a lot of the flat earthers mad.
Oh, they angry. They hot. They hot right now.
I'm gonna tell you, man. For some reason, people have stopped being my friend, or not friend, but they stopped talking to me just because I want to subscribe to the flat Earth theory.
That's right.
I'm like, bro, why are they so hardcore about it? I'm like, we all have different beliefs. I'm not saying it's wrong or right or if it's true or false, but just because I won't co-sign it, they get so upset.
You have no idea.
I'm calling you. I mean, they're fanatical about it. So
Rich,
I'm here to tell y'all, if you're in the chat and you're a flat earther and you're that upset, you can leave. There's thousands of YouTube channels. Y'all don't have to be here. I'm not saying y'all crazy. We've been lied to so much. Y'all may have certain points, but if y'all that upset, just leave the room. Yeah. But I mean, they get mad, Billy.
Listen, let me tell you how mad they get. Death threats. Had to contact the FBI. They offered me money to promote the Flat Earth on my account, which I posted the actual email that I got on Forbidden Knowledge. It's still up there, probably 2016, I guess it was. Because I didn't do that, they went on this rant and this attack and attacking all my comments, attacking all. This is evil. This has nothing to do with wanting to gain consciousness and being a person that's ascending in knowledge. I said it in the very next. I said I don't want to promote Flat Earth because I don't believe it. Based on my science knowledge, I don't believe that it's true, so I'm not going to promote it. I need to take down what I'm talking about with pyramids, and I need to take down, and it's all about attack, and I'm going to kill you at your next. We're going to shoot you. These are posted online so people can see them. So when you get to the level where you want to hurt somebody, you want to kill somebody, you want to shoot somebody. I've had my kids threatened to be attacked and beaten up and attacked and all this other kind of crazy stuff, and my family and my grandchildren attacked. When it gets to the point where you want to do that because somebody doesn't want to flow with what you believe, you've now left the realm of trying to become conscious, and you think that you woke, but you're really a fake woke, F-W-O-K-E, a fake woke, and you are now in the fanatical level. And now when you're in the fanatical level, you're in a religious level. So now you're a religious person again. So now you've gone from trying to become woke to right back into the religious loop again. And just like most people that are in religions, a lot of them are very, very nasty people. I hate to say it, but they'll attack you. As soon as you say that you don't agree with what, even in a nice way, they want to attack. And more people have died of religious beliefs than any reason on the face of this planet. So when you get to that fanatical level where you can't sit back, you know how many things I see on my feed that I don't agree with? But why do you never see forbidden knowledge going on their account? Oh, this is blah, 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 blah. You think I'm going to lower myself to be like a complete idiot on somebody else's account and type all kind of crazy stuff? It's embarrassing.
It's crazy. One dude done wrote about 30 comments in the chat. I had to get rid of him. It's like, what you said, they went their first religion was probably Christianity, and the new religion is flat earth. So that's their new religion right now, flat earth. So shout out to all of y'all who believe in flat earth. Don't get mad if somebody else don't believe in it. Just do you, but be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Your science. That's all I'm saying. But this fanaticalism or whatever y'all into,
it's crazy.
Y'all got to chill with that, man.
Listen, a lot of people have a different view of how I feel about ancient Egypt and these Anunnaki. You think I'm attacking these people? They're my friends. I love these guys. You think I'm going to go and attack them and write all this kind of crazy stuff about them and make all these fake content posts about them and all just because they don't see the ancient history the way I see it? I love them just like my brother, and it is what it is. They have their belief system. They believe what they believe, and it is what it is. And I have mine, and we respect each other. But when you get to the point, man, like you say, man, when you're attacking people and going crazy and every comment got to be the earth is flat, the earth is flat, you can't even have a conversation with somebody about another topic without them jumping in and doing that. It shows the level of this. The level of this has gone from here and it's dropped. And the more they stay in it, the lower it drops. You know, so it is what it is, man.
That's crazy how people take time of their day to just get mad like that. That's crazy. And, you know, they be really riled up like, dang, calm down. Your opinion still matters. Like, your opinion is your opinion, you know. It's crazy.
So Robert Prevost is the new pope and the first pope from the United States of America. And he's from Chicago.
La pace sia con tutti voi.
Peace be with all of you.
Fratelli, sorelle carissimi.
Brothers and sisters, dear brothers and sisters.
Primo saluto.
This is the first greeting of Christ resurrected, the good pastor who gave life for the Lord. And I would also like this greeting of peace comes into your hearts and joins your families and joins everyone, whoever they are, all peoples and the whole earth.
Now, a little bit about the new pope. He spent 13 years in Peru. He was a very close confidant to Pope Francis. He chose to take the name Pope Leo XIV. Now, on some key social issues, he is viewed as progressive. He has long embraced marginalized groups just like Pope Francis, who champion migrants and the poor. At this moment, he's doing his initial address to the people, which there are 1.4 million Catholics worldwide. It should be very interesting to see how this goes, since he is the first pope from the United States and from Chicago. All I'm going to say is don't mess this up.
The idea that the internet as we knew it died back in 2016, and since then everything we see online is artificially generated content created to gaslight the entire world. Now, when you first hear that, you might think it's just another conspiracy, which it is, but it is one that has some truth to it. Every day the line between human creation and machine creation gets a little bit more blurred. Timothy Shoup from the Copenhagen Institute for Future Studies predicts that by 2026, 99% of the internet will be generated by artificial intelligence. And to give you an idea of this, take a look at ChatGPT. You can create a week's worth of blog or Twitter content in just 5 minutes. Now, imagine what that might look like in 5 years with just how fast things are upgrading. So no, the internet isn't dead yet, but there are some things we need to work out to prevent it from dying. The dead internet
theory. So how the internet died in 2016, and now everything you see on the internet is AI generated, like generated comments, generated videos, generated pictures, right? So there's a guy named Destiny. He goes on stream and he was like his schizo arc, because he was going so crazy once he started going on Facebook and searching up these people, right?
Yeah.
He goes on like random people's accounts and saying, he's like, yo, this person has a picture of himself, but that's actually not him. That's an AI generated picture of some other person. And it's true because it is an AI, because when you search it up, it doesn't go into any, like when you reverse Google search it, that's actually not a person.
Damn.
But you see that person on other people's pictures. It's weird.
So you're saying there's a set amount of people, and then after 2016,
everything is now AI'd. everything is just generated by the simulation. So like how you said now we're already here. Yeah. Now we've been doing, like, they've been having this in motion, and now we actually are here. Like the dead internet.
I heard that like some people in the comments don't even be real people. They be like AI generated. Y'all know how y'all see like the if you love Jesus, like this comment, that like that. I think that's an AI, honestly. And they can rage bait you too. You know, they can say something that you know what I'm saying, to make you look at the comments and like so you can get like upset or I think honestly I think that's what's going on. Because it makes sense, man. Honestly, I don't think everything. I don't know, man. Everything on the internet is real, though, as we all know.
You know, people will say, "Oh, it's rage bait," or "Oh, it's clickbait." Let me tell you something. It's all bait. 90% of what you see on the internet, on TikTok, on any social media platform, is bait. Most of what you see is ads. Not something that somebody actually paid for, but, somebody's always trying to build something. Let's say it's a brand or, some kind of, product that they're selling. Even if it's just some guy like myself talking to a camera like this, maybe I have ulterior motives. Over the years, everybody became an entrepreneur and everybody wants an online business and, some kind of it be an influencer or some sort. And so they're all looking for the same thing. They're looking for views, they're looking for engagement, and they know all the tricks in the trade of how to gain that attention, how to bait you into engaging with their content. Now it's all about authenticity. Everybody wants to be authentic because that's the new thing to get engagement. Just keep this in mind when you're browsing the internet. It's all fake, okay? People will say...
That is true, though, man. That is true. I mean, we're in the matrix, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta figure out a way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're not in on it, then you should get in on it. So, you can't, what they say, you can't hate the player, hate the game. Okay.
As I'm walking, look. I just walked up, I'm walking up Adriatic. What the fuck is this? I don't even see where that shit hanging from.
What is that?
That shit at? That's cool, shit. As I'm walking, look.
What is that, yo?
Look. I just walked up, I'm walking up Adriatic.
What is that?
What the fuck is this? I don't even see where that shit hanging from. I keep telling y'all to stop playing with these supernatural and spiritual beings. Those are going to be the same things that surpass this life and meet you in your next life and have his way with you. So they moved the Annabelle doll again. You know, the Annabelle doll that they made the movie about? Well, if you didn't know, they have a real Annabelle doll. Very haunted, highly evil spirited, and they moved it again. So they moved this doll from the Warrens Museum to an abandoned prison in West Virginia. Matter of fact, look at this shit. You see, y'all don't know when enough is enough. Look at that shit. Yeah, okay. Y'all gonna keep playing. Y'all gonna keep playing. This shit is crazy. Look at that shit right there. Nah. Someone asked them, why on earth would they be moving Annabelle? And what would Ed and Lorraine think about this? And they answered that Ed and Lorraine used to showcase all of their evil tricks, all of the supernatural things, to let people see that basically they were real. They would go on different shows in different places and show different people these things. Y'all should be very uncomfortable with this information. You have to understand that everything that you can see, you don't need to see. I hope you understand that. You had a group of people in the comments joking, saying where they should send the Annabelle doll. I'll tell you one thing. Just don't send it to New York. I'm out. I keep telling y'all to stop playing with these super...
In the night I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road he lost his soul to a woman so heartless.
How could you be so
Nah, bitch, because if you know what's good for you, you'll get in your fucking vehicle. Playing with me, man. Listen, Xenia, Ohio, okay? I don't know what the fuck they got going on out here. I'm a lot more calm than I was a few minutes ago. I'm at the Shell gas station in Xenia, Ohio, okay? I don't typically wear my dog tags. I'm active military, but I'm traveling because I'm about to deploy and I'm taking my fiance my vehicle. So I go inside the gas station just to get some snacks. Got me some peach rings, got me a Monster, and I got a water, right? So the guy at the register before me, long white beard, I don't know, I think he got like a Michelob Ultra, some shit like that. So he was like fumbling with his change or whatever. And I'm like, hey man, you good? You need a minute? So he turns around and he goes, oh, you military? I said, yeah, active Navy. He goes, oh, I was in the Corps for 20 something, I don't remember the exact fucking number. And I was like, oh, thank you for your service. And he looks at me and goes, they still letting people like you serve? What? So me, when I'm in somebody else's backyard, I don't really act a fool, you feel me? So I go, excuse me? And he goes, yeah, you colored people should not be. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have so little patience for disrespect. I grabbed him by his neck, turned his head to the outside. I said, who's that sitting out there in the car with you? Is that your daughter? Is that your wife? Who is it? So the lady was like, excuse me, sir, can you let him go? I said, who is it? It's my daughter, can you let me go? I said, do you want to make it home to her tonight? Then leave me the fuck alone. I ain't do nothing to you. Like, why you even had to say that to me? So then I guess his son was in the car. So when I let him go and he came out the store and hopped in the whip, his son get out the car. I said, if you know what's best for you, you'll stay in that fucking car. And I do apologize. I don't be liking to record interactions like this, but like, I ain't never been here before, ever. I tried to just get my gas, going about my way. You know what I'm saying? Going about my day, rather. But I'm just like, bro, like, that was so unnecessary.
No, that was unnecessary. He didn't have to say that. Now you didn't got stop.
Listen, I don't give a fuck about a school shooting drill, alright? I don't care. If I hear Gen 5s and switches going off and AR-15s, I'm out that bitch. They want to talk about some get under the desk. Nigga, fuck a desk.
Teacher better open that fucking window up.
Cause I'm jumping out that hole, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I know I look big and shit, but trust me, if I hear gunfire, I'm gonna get gone. You best believe that. I ain't sticking around and wasting no time just to catch a bullet in the ass. Fuck that. Cause you know how they say don't open the door unless it's the actual police officers? Just think about this. Say you in class one day with a dumbass. Oh, don't worry guys, it's the cops. We can open up now. We're good. Next thing you know, fat ass AR-15 come around the corner. What you gonna do then? I'm not giving that classmate no time to open up nothing. I'm out that window, family. We out there, no doubt. And yes, if you guys are wondering, I am at work, but I'm on my 15-minute break.
Nah, bitch, because if you know what's good for you, you'll get in your fucking vehicle.
Listen, I don't...
Nah, what? So cats out here shape shifting.
This man just convinced me that superpowers are actually real.
Watch this, y'all.
Notice the environment before we start. Pay attention, ready? It's just me. I don't work for Marvel. I don't got no team or people. You feel me? It's me in my backyard. It's time to accept the truth, bro. It's only gonna... Wait, you feel me? This is... Notice the environment.
This is where it gets wild.
Now notice me in the environment.
Things start moving, the energy shifts.
You see that? Notice the environment.
This is insane. Stay weird, y'all.
This man just convinced me that superpowers are...
Yo. Who remember doing this when they were kids? Y'all remember doing this as a kid? Boy, he just made all them trees move, for real. We really nature, for real.
People with real superpowers caught on camera.
This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew.
Was that real? That is crazy, dog. That's wild.
Real people with.
This little girl actually has superpowers, Mike. It was this little girl named Olivia Farnsworth, and she was 7 years old. When she was a baby, she never cried. And at first they were like, oh, we're just lucky. And then when she was a little bit older, maybe like about 4 years old, she ended up biting through her lip.
Oh my God.
She didn't even notice. Whoa. She didn't cry or anything. So then they went and got her little stitches and things like that. She didn't even cry for the stitches. She gets to 7 years old. One day she's with her mom. I think her mom was out in the front yard with her. She ends up running in the middle of the street. A car comes hurling at her, hits her, smacks her. She flies 30 yards.
No way.
Dude, the little girl gets up, runs to her mom,
dusts off her dress,
dusts herself off, bro, has a tire mark on her and stuff.
Oh
and she didn't cry at all, Mike. She gets up and she starts playing back again like nothing happened. So then they end up being like, bro, we gotta take you to the hospital, still get checked. You just got hit by a car.
Yeah, something messed up inside of her.
Yeah, so she has this rare chromosome condition where she can't feel any pain in her body at all. At all, bro. So, and it's not even just pain. She doesn't feel hungry. She doesn't feel thirsty. And she can't get tired either. She doesn't feel all of these things of tired or whatever. So
she's like a super soldier.
Dude, she's literally Ajax from Deadpool.
No, for real.
Literally, because that's how his power was. He didn't feel any pain.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro.
Buckle up because shit is about to get weird. I'm here to tell you, and yes, I'm not crazy, that the human race is about to figure out that we all have any superpower we want to have. Because this physical reality that we've been spoon-fed our whole lives doesn't actually exist. Literally, we are the little kid in the Matrix who's sitting there bending the spoon. We just have not completely figured out as a race yet that we can bend that goddamn spoon. But the information is getting more and more predominant, and we are figuring it out. And in my opinion, this is why there's so many distractions right now, so much fear distraction. Because it's one thing if a few of us figure it out, but it's a whole other thing if the entire collective figures this out. Because this will bust the whole system up from the inside out. So let's just all do an experiment together. Let's take something we've always accepted as fact, like something we think we can't change. Start with something simple and easy so you don't break your brain. Now focus on the universe showing you how that's not true in the next week. Let me know what happens. Buckle up because shit.
Nuh-uh.
What would you say is the most disturbing thing you've seen while hacking?
While hacking overall, or are you talking about just in child crimes and trafficking?
I guess maybe on the dark web.
I mean, I would say the most disturbing would have to be, you know what, it's better for me to just stay on the one topic. So yeah. I'll say the worst things will probably be, you know, I don't want to go into detail about these things. It's like the horrible conversations or videos or just, here's one I can tell you about. So, you know, a story that I heard from somebody else about somebody paying to watch a live stream of a baby getting their skull stomped on and crushed, you know, while the baby was alive, of course, and people paying to watch that live stream on a website, which I don't think it was a dark website. It was just a live stream. But yeah, I mean, that one, for whatever reason, although not related to crimes, was just as disturbing, if not more, to me than most. So
that was on the clear web?
It was a protocol on the clear web, yeah.
How is that possible?
I mean, you can put anything you want on the internet, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was if I can remember correctly, it was an RTSP stream, which is like what cameras use in most cases, like an old school surveillance camera would use to view footage. But like I said, I didn't directly see this happen. I just heard about the story. Yeah. So I can't give you every detail because I wasn't there.
What would you say is the most disturbing thing?
This shit is about to blow your mind. So the Pentagon is saying that in the next couple of years, the Anunnaki will be paying us a visit. So basically, they're saying that the Anunnaki should be returning back to Earth in the next couple of years on a UFO. And they're also saying that this might happen in the Middle East. Now, you got to think about all of the UFO sightings as of recent. Apparently, these people know more than they've been telling us. Apparently, these high-up officials in the military, in the Pentagon, have known about this already, had information on this, and now they're just deciding to tell us because shit is about to hit the fan. What I always say is this: when they're alerting us about something, when they're trying to tell us something, it's either happened already or shit is really about to get out of hand. Or they're telling us that so we can look this way instead of looking this way. And for whatever reason, they're telling us this, something is going to happen. People are also saying that the Anunnaki are not coming back. People are saying that those things that we think that are in UFOs are demons. And honestly and truly, that could be the truth. You have the Pope passing away this year. They elect another Pope. You got so many different things going on this year, from plane crashes to UFO sightings, etc., etc., etc. All I can say is this: something is happening. Whether it be the Anunnaki or whether it be, you know what? That's another time for another video. I'm out. This shit is...
It's a book called 3 Magic Words. It's a dope book, man. It's by a dude named U.S. Anderson. That's one of them books that changed the way I think and really empowered my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So I'll definitely suggest that. It's about understanding your power as a creator. You know what I'm saying? We are creators. For some reason, we got faith in negative and not faith in positive. You know what I'm saying? Which is the big distinguishing factors of which one of your thoughts become real, which ones you fully believe in. And it's just about understanding that it's just as easy to create success and positivity and happiness as it is to create failure, misery, and, you know, unhappy.
3 Magic Words.
Imagine what rain looked like to bugs. Bitch, that shit probably look like tsunamis, bitch. Like, yo, I'm over here, I'm outside enjoying me a little smoke break. It start raining. And I see this bug. I'm just staring at this bug. I'm like, why is it not moving? Like, it's struggling. It's physically struggling to move. I'm like, if you don't hurry up for this rain gets stronger. And I sit here and I'm thinking like, oh, the rain is little to me, but whole time that shit is tearing his ass up right now. Like, it was just drizzling. But I'm like, just even drizzling to a bug, that shit looked like goddamn Hurricane Katrina, bitch. Imagine what...
Yeah, I never thought of it like that. Dang, how do bugs see the rain? That's actually interesting.
Hurry, get inside! Whew, that was close. We almost got wet.
So you did the mirror trend. Everybody want to know what's next. Here's what's next. If you seen something when you did the trend, I suggest you stay away from all mirrors now. Even door mirrors, even a reflection on your TV. And it'll sneak up on you. And definitely don't be looking at it when you getting ready. You see me? I ain't looking at that bad boy. I don't want to see no more. Even your reflection in your screen door, man. Be careful. So you did the mirror trend.
Guys, okay. This is gonna sound insane. I am off trail hiking, about a mile off the trail, just kind of meandering through the trees, and I almost walked right through these 2 trees, and I got a feeling and I stopped dead in my tracks. Let me show you the 2 trees right here. Right here. All right, so I'm actually on the back side of this, I guess you would say, because let me show you where I'm. Just the mountain kind of drops off right down here, and so I came from the road up there all the way down and have been meandering along the mountainside right here, and almost walked through these two trees right here. I don't know what I believe in when it comes to portals, but I can tell you that I'm not going to walk in between these two trees. What if I vanish out here and you guys never see me? And that was it. So, gonna walk around, guys.
So, what's going on is, it's a case where it's called Missing 411. I'm about to get into it, but it's called Missing 411 case, where people have been in the woods and they like come up missing, basically.
It's called the 411 cases.
No, I never heard of it.
You've never heard of it? So there was supposedly a bunch of people that went missing in a certain forest and like mountains.
There's no why?
No, not just like in general. So like they say that never go into a forest, like a big field without a satellite phone. All of these people messed up at because it's like this specific like area that they all tried to climb at led them in different ways. It was like the map was changing while they were.
Oh, it was one of those locations Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah,
where
type thing.
it just messes up their GPS.
Yes, and then so one of the main guys was called Aaron Hedges.
Yeah.
So this guy was like, I heard that name before. Yes. So very popular. So this guy knew I think he was out hunting in Montana. So on the Montana mountains, he knew the area so well that he didn't need a map. Like he was so confident, right? So him and his two boys went camping, and then he even set up like checkpoints where he would have like have food, he would have like sleeping bags whenever he needed, right? And he would obviously he didn't need a map. So 2 days went by, everything was blessed. The third day though, they had walkie-talkies, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna go to one of the checkpoints and go get the food, right? So like, okay, just call me if you ever need help. Aaron goes, mind you, this guy's professional at this map. Yo, he goes and he's like, yo, I'm gonna go north. On the walkie-talkie they have coordinates. The guy said he was going north. On the walkie-talkie, he went the opposite way.
Yeah.
And then bro, his friend tried to go look at and find him. Fam, the guy's boots, cigarettes was all that's left, and his body was gone. It's called the 411 cases.
No.
Aaron Hedges went missing on September 5th, 2014 while elk hunting in the Crazy Mountains in Montana. This was an area he knew like the back of his hand and spent every other weekend up there, in the words of his friends. 2 days after going missing, a huge snowstorm moved into the mountains. Rescue workers stumbled across his shoes and camelback water container. For someone to take off their shoes while there's 18 inches of snow on the ground seems to be a decision someone would make under severe hypothermia. But the strange thing is that 9 months later, his backpack was found 6 miles down the mountain next to a place where someone clearly sat and had a thermos of tea. To add to the mystery, from this location he could clearly see people's houses and a road, but never went to them. 1 year later, his remains were found not far from that location. The only explanation for such strange disappearances seems to be linked to something we don't understand. After researching UFOs and aliens for years, I've come to the conclusion they are a spiritual phenomenon, and that is leading me to research a potential dark spiritual phenomenon causing people to disappear. Let me know what you think. I know
in 2002, Christopher Tompkins was working as a surveyor, and he was assigned to this 4-man survey crew that was working in Harris County, Georgia. And they were walking along this road spaced about 50 feet apart, all 4 of them. And Chris was the last one in line. And the third one in line would later tell investigators and police that as they were walking along the road, he would periodically turn around to just, for a quick second, make sure Chris was still there. And as they're walking along with no sound or any indication that anything's happened, he turned around, saw Chris, kept walking. A few minutes later, turned around, and Chris is gone. The third guy hails the other 2, and they go, and they're like, where did Chris go? They're looking down the road, like maybe he stopped, maybe he stepped off the trail, but they can't see him. And they go back they start walking down the road towards where he would have been, and they find on the ground a pile of loose change and some of his tools that would have been in his pockets. And then they see one of his boots stuck in the barbed wire, because there's a little barbed wire fence that was running the length of this road. One of his boots was stuck in the barbed wire, and there was nothing else. They searched the area, they're looking everywhere, there's no sign of him. And it didn't make any sense to the people in the survey crew, especially the guy who was third in line. He was like, I literally saw him a minute ago. And there's no way he could have gotten away without me hearing or seeing some indication of where he was. But there was no sign of him and he was gone. So after this huge investigation, they don't find any sign of him. And that's it. They're just like, yeah, he's gone. They did find, 9 months later, they found his other boot near a swamp 900 yards away, but it didn't provide any more clarity into what happened to him. However, if you look at the pile of loose change and things that were in his pockets that were on the road, it indicates that at some point he may have been turned upside down. And if you think about the entirety of all of these strange stories where the idea being someone could be hunting humans, just picture in your head Chris Tompkins walking along and something flipping him upside down, dumping the contents out, and then being gone in a matter of a minute where no one can see where they went. These 5 stories are just a fraction of the literal thousands of others that are covered in the Missing 411 series. And while many people believe that all of the cases in Missing 411 and any others that ultimately are considered strange inside of these national parks have a rational explanation, even if we don't know what it is. Whereas another group believes that this Missing 411 phenomenon is an indication that something is hunting humans in the national parks across North America. In 2002, Chris...
Strange.
This lady says her son was murdered. Apparently, his body is currently on display in Vegas.
I seen this.
This is so interesting. I guess this happened in 2012 to this guy, Christopher Eric. He was like, I think in his 20s at the time. Apparently, bro died that same year in 2012. Police ended up ruling it as a suicide. What they found in his system was cyanide. So they were just like, all right, bro, it seems like, it looks like there's no foul play, yada, yada. You feel me? When they found his body.
Yeah.
So they were just like, it is what it is. But his mother was like, no, my son would never do anything like that. Over time, bro, she just has so much receipts where she just keeps trying to prove, apparently, her son's step family, she said that they are the ones who him. That's what she believes, because she was told when her son passed that he got cremated. She ended up finding out that there was nothing signed saying that he got cremated or anything. And then on top of that, she kept looking through other things. He had these cyanide that were delivered to his house, but what was weird is the signature was forged. It was not his handwriting. It wasn't him that signed it. The dad decided to put his son in, donated his body pretty much to this museum, was because he was just trying to find a way to get rid of this body. And he pretty much said like, yeah, my son passed and he wanted to donate his body for, and he made it sound like his son was okay with it.
So that is her son in that museum?
Yes, so that's her son in this museum, but nobody's taking this really serious, right?
That's a real person.
That's a real person. Dude, if you look at the full museum, these are bodies that were donated.
Okay, so I'm walking back to the house, and I see this guy standing there. And I'm like, why does he look so weird? So I start walking closer, and closer, and closer, and closer, and wait. That's not a guy at all. That's just a shadow. And the pillar makes it look like an optical illusion. See? Okay, so I'm walking back to the house.
It did look like it was a person standing there, though.
Man, this is crazy, man. A goddamn spaceship just landed in the projects. A spaceship just crashed out here. Look at that. All that smoke, man. Spaceship just crashed in the projects, man. Man, this...
When you close your eyes, if you see nothing but blackness, that means that this gland, your pineal gland, your third eye, is not working properly. If you have a properly working third eye, when you close your eyes, you should be able to see a light. You should be able to focus on that light and open it up like a screen, like a movie screen, almost like a projection, like on the movie Star Wars, but even more beautiful, more liquidy, more 3D. So if you can't see that, then you need to work on cleaning this gland. What you have is rock minerals covered all over the gland. So the best way to clean this is with distilled water. Distilled water has a great vacuuming ability to run itself all the way into this gland and over it and over it and over it and pull out little by little all the rock minerals that are stuck on your gland. And what this does is it opens your spiritual abilities. All of the spiritual abilities that you've heard about, manifestation, being able to read the room, being able to read energies around you, the law of attraction, all of these spiritual abilities are greatly increased once you get that spiritual sight. You know that your pineal gland is working better. So this pineal gland is a radio antenna to the spiritual world, to God, to source, whatever you like to call that, to your higher self, to your soul, to your spirit guides, your guardian angels. You can download information, receive information from them. And if your gland is a rock, it's not going to work very well. It needs to be squishy, like a gland. It should be. And all organs in your body are actually also have buildup of rock minerals. So doing this, drinking distilled water, helps with that. Also drinking more, eating more fruits and a little bit of greens, salads, live food, living raw foods. Those things really help. It helps bring in more light to the body, and so you feel better. Your abilities work better. So if you want help with this, I have a guide in my bio. It tells you everything.
Imagine waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym, and before you get down the stairway, you see a motherfucking puddle of something red. Y'all, I'm black. Stop what you're doing. Turn the fuck around and get the fuck out of there. Imagine waking up at 5.
What if it's just some pop though? I don't know. I don't know about that. That dude look like some blood.
What the hell? Hey. What is that? Look, it's just moving. What am I looking at? Scary. Hey.
Hey, y'all, look at this fake ass bird, bro. This shit is not real. They're not even trying to make this shit look real no more. That bitch got the tag on the leg. How I'm getting this close to the bird? The bird look like plastic. This ain't no real bird, bro. This shit probably got cameras all in that bitch. This shit probably scanning out. It be fake as hell, bro. Hey, y'all, look at this.
How bizarre.
Birds.
Thea, if you was with us right now, you'd see the government is after us. I don't know what you did, but this sucker done landed on my mirror, looking in our car while we eat this here burger. I swear it's a government bird. Look at him. It's Joe Biden all over him. Government bird. Got them cameras in his eyeballs looking in here. I ain't got nothing for you. Leave me alone. Shoo bird. Shoo. This sumbitch done got on our hood, and what is going on? What in the... This is bad. These birds are trying to steal our identity. Look at him. He's trying to find a way in. Trying to find a way. Look at this son of a bitch. What is he doing? Look at that bird. We are getting attacked by birds. Right, damn government. I don't know what in the hell is going on. This bird over here making me nervous. I got some for you, bird. You ready? Bye, bitch.
I don't think all birds are fake though, but I do think there's some birds out there that's fake. Honestly.
Birds look normal until you dig deeper. They sit on the wires to recharge. Birds look...
Proof that... What is going on with this bird?
You at your beauty salon, you just chilling, you're on live talking to your fans, and you look up and you see someone coming into your shop that look like a delivery driver, that look like he's finna drop off a package to you, and then all of a sudden, boom, your life is gone. That's what happened to this 23-year-old Mexican woman named Valeria Marquez. She was tragically unalived on live in her own beauty salon. I'm hearing 1 hit here and 2 hit here. And all of this shit was caught on camera, y'all. So all of her viewers that was on there seen this shit. That is crazy. So they said someone who was in the shop, a friend or something, ended it after the incident. They said she previously expressed her concerns over her safety from her ex. It's always the weird exes, y'all. They don't know when to let go. This is for all the ladies. If you got a partner or you meet someone and he show you any little red flags of him being an abuser or just someone that wouldn't know how to let you go if it came down to it, leave him immediately. Sad, sad situation. RIP to her, condolence to her family. So imagine you at
Dang, this part gonna go viral everywhere. That's tough, man. That is tough. On live too, like, man. That is sad. It's so disturbing seeing stuff like that, man. For real. And it's like, how do you decide when somebody, like, you don't decide when somebody died. Like, that's not up to you. I feel like taking somebody's life is just like so messed up. Like, it's so like, why would you do that? You don't decide if somebody died or live. Like, people that do that type of stuff, their karma is, they're going to have some karma for this life and the next life. Because when you do that, it's like she looks so innocent. I don't care if she, you know what I'm saying? She been doing whatever she been doing. Oh, you just got to move on, man. It's just a million females out here, my guy. But yeah, this is on it's on the internet. You can really see her, it's sad.
Guys, check this out.
So there are about 110 million Americans who have not chosen to do the Real ID, and all 110 of them and everybody else should choose never to do the Real ID. If you already have one, if you've got a gold star on, go and get a standardized driver's license. If you're afraid of flying, go get your passport. But do not take the Real ID, because the whole idea here, the state of Pennsylvania asked Trump to shut down this program. Yep. They called it a usurpation of states' rights. Yep. The federal government has taken over driving and identification over the entire country. And they're going to take all of your primary identification documents and keep them for themselves. You're going to have to give them your social security number, your birth certificate, and your marriage certificate, and they will hold them. They've never had them before. You are essentially recertifying yourself as an American, and then they want to put this and digitize it, put it on your phone, and be able to shut down your access anytime you do something they don't like. This is not a simple ID card, and this is probably going to move into the global UN identification system that the UN wants to create for the entire world. This is your opportunity to shut this down.
Guys, check this out.
I seen something where like China have this too, like when they can it's gonna get to a point where if you got bad credit or like you have like a criminal record, you're not gonna be able to like, take flights and stuff like that. Like that's getting that bad. I think that's what they trying to do over here. They're already doing that in China, so.
ID. Real ID. Real ID.
Oh, Real ID?
I'm not getting the Real ID.
It is a federalized identification system that everyone in the nation will have to have in order to fly domestically. They've been trying to pass this since the 80s in China. They had already passed a nationwide identification system, so everyone has something very similar to the Real ID in China. The next step was the social credit score. They gave like a list of things that happens to look lower your credit score. So court rulings, so like refusing to pay debts, criminal convictions, traffic violations. So I saw one thing, jaywalking can ruin your social credit score.
And those cameras catch it all too.
Then unpaid taxes or fines. If your credit score gets lowered, that bans you from flying on a plane, a train, sometimes even a bus. Keeps you from enrolling your children in private schools, applying for certain jobs or promotions. This one was a crazy one. They can slow down your internet speed. Just little inconveniences to make your life miserable. And then public shaming via government lists or media alerts. So I saw this one thing where they literally have like a LED screen board in this one city, and they just display faces and names like, this person jaywalked, they're just a terrible person. It's like public shaming. It's crazy. Let's talk about Real ID.
Real ID.
Sound like some Black Mirror type of episode is on, man. Yeah, this is definitely for control, more control.
We are interacting with 4 fucking species. This is nuts. These are confirmed. These are who we're interacting with. We are interacting with the Greys, which we kind of knew, short humanoid involved in the 1947 Corona crash in Roswell. The Nordics, which are basically like us. They look like Scandinavians, basically. So human-like from 5'6" to 6 foot tall. Those look like us. They look like humans. This guy said this in a congressional panel. I can't stress this enough. Unfortunately, the reptilians, apparently according to him, exist. They're humanoid with reptile-like features. Not reptiles, they just perceive that way. Insectoids apparently are also real, humanoid but bug-like faces or eyes, also human-sized. What? Like this is, he's testified this. He said this in a congressional panel to Eric Burleson, Paulina Luna, that is currently running the Task Force for Transparency. Protect this man with our life. We are interacting with...
I'm not gonna lie, after like that last video, I know y'all seen it, what to do with his voice and the change. If you haven't, go check it out. I'll put it up there at the top. That was crazy. Y'all heard how his voice changed like that? Y'all can't tell me that's not a reptilian. That's a reptilian. They exist.
Why you be being mean?
I don't know the folks.
What?
I don't know the folks.
You don't know them folks?
No. Right. Why you acting that close like you do too much?
Who be doing too much?
The people.
Oh. Why you be being mean?
It's so adorable, man. But that's how some of y'all be feeling too. I know. I'm already knowing. We all be like this.
I'm coming back. Thank you for the idea, though.
She back,
I love
girl.
KFC coleslaw. I love it. That's the only thing I like from KFC. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all get the first bite. We gonna get some of this good today. 4 patties. Y'all wanted it? I delivered. Now let me see if I can bite it.
I'm sure you can bite it. Who is y'all? Who is y'all? Nobody's getting the first bite. You're getting the first bite. Don't act like somebody's recommending these fish burger meals. Like nobody's just eat the goddamn fish sandwich.
Thank you for the idea, though.
That's crazy, man. Y'all remember the first time I seen it? I thought it was French toast. If you know, you know. Y'all know. I said French toast. It was whatever they call that, fish, whatever.
This right here is living proof that when the universe wants something gone, then there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Look at this road here in Collins, Georgia. Last year, it got wiped out by a massive flood. They just fixed it. They recently opened it, y'all. And now look at this. Yesterday, it got wiped out again by another massive flood. God was like, nah, this shift is not over. Did you guys see this monstrosity in Oklahoma? So there are 8 other houses that are on the other side and the people are trapped. They can't get to the side, y'all. This is where the other side is where civilization is. The other 8 houses, the people are trapped. This is crazy.
1322 in Blanchard washed away due to flooding. You can see there once was a pond here. Now that's gone. There's even fish lining here. The roadway about 150 feet.
Yo, that's crazy, man. Nature is so powerful. And then look at this one in St. Louis, y'all.
St. Louis, bro. This is crazy. Now this is beyond crazy. St. Louis is getting crazy. My homeboy said he hit this pothole the other day and he came out and bathed. No bullshit. Hey,
yo, that's crazy. All these holes happening. Yo, the planet is talking. These holes are happening all over the world. The planet is talking. And you know, this 3D matrix is collapsing right in front of us, y'all. The shift is here, like we're telling y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get this shift. It's here. Peace in.
Dog, it just make me wonder, like, what's really on the ground too sometimes. Receipts are toxic.
New study reveals that holding receipt papers can get you sick. Holding a receipt paper for 10 seconds, not 9, not 11, 10, causes the skin to absorb enough of the highly toxic chemical bisphenol S to violate safety thresholds. Bisphenol. What is bisphenol S? It is made in plastics, epoxy resins, thermal paper, and this chemical treats your DNA like it's Def Jam. It causes reproductive health, shrink them nuts and dry up that coop. It causes developmental issues, meaning if you're trying to give birth to a baby, your body gonna have to do more work because it's getting clapped by BPAs. And it also causes problems with your cardiovascular health. These are also hormone disruptors. Your hormones regulate your moods, all your moods. Hormone disruptors puts you in the wrong mood at the wrong time. When it's time to get up and get active, you can't. So how do we avoid receipts? Stop getting them. I know a lot of y'all need them for tax write-off shit, but your receipts, you can get them emailed to you, bro. Just, yeah, quit touching thermal paper, bro. That shit nasty. If you want to learn more about the secret dangers.
Playing GTA gave you the sauce on how to get rich. You was just too busy playing a video game. And no, I'm not talking about the criminal aspect of the game. Heists, 187s, bang outs, etc., etc. If you paid attention to the sauce, they literally told you how to network. And when you networking, each phone number and person inside of that phone is a new way to make some bread. Instead of y'all having ties with people like Lamar that's gonna keep y'all in trouble, you gonna find people like Simeon who own businesses. The larger your network is, the more people that you have around you that's making good money, the more avenues that you will have to make money. The more people or contacts that you have that you can call and they send you on missions. And yes, I'm talking about legally. Every mission that you complete, your bank account does grow. Again, like I said, it really gave you the sauce on how to get rich. You was just too busy playing the game. But I'm curious though, what y'all think about the sauce?
So y'all remember Home Alone? Check this out, y'all. It says, if Kevin had a black mama.
Everyone in this family hates me.
Cause that shit you poured in the kitchen, I should have fucked you up. But I let you walk away, and I let you come get yourself together. But bitch, I'ma let you know if you ever pour that shit on me again, that will be your last motherfucking day standing. I promise you that.
I don't want a new family. I don't want any family. Families suck.
Bitch, you know what? See, I think you try.
Everyone in this family hates me.
Why does he just roll up them stairs like that? Like, yo, that is funny, man. That's actually funny. It says, me, after I get hungry and my homies said I can go to the kitchen and make my own food since I'm like family.
It is 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. I think it's time you got your fucking ass in the bed. That's where I'm.
You ever been at your grandma's house since he did that? Yo, your heart do go to your, like, it just dropped. Oh my, somebody said it was a setup and he in the room laughing. Dang.
All right, Dilly, TT leaving.
Okay.
I love you. Stay black.
Stay white.
I'm not white, I'm black.
Yes, you are white.
No, you're white, I'm black. I'm not even white because Pop-Pop is black, so I'm black. And you black and I'm black.
But outside of that,
You said I'm white? No, you're white. You're so white. Yeah, how not? You my nephew. Well, see, I got darker.
they fucked up. Dude, it's 2 rows in front of him.
All right, Dilly, TT
He
leaving.
wasn't going for that. And then he said, "Stay white."
What mama be sounding like when she sleep? What mama be sounding like?
Dude, that is hilarious, man. Some of your mama used to sleep like that, though. Dang, that's wild.
Hey, my beautiful people.
What's up with you?
It's taco night.
Yeah, no hell ain't. That damn Taco Mountain. That big ass pile of ground beef. Look at that, all them jalapenos. You need some help? She got it. She got it. Oh, you got it. You gonna comb your hair today? Probably not. Damn. Get you a wet towel. It'll help. Get you a wet towel. I like the Mickey Mouse shirt. You got them Disney World. Look at all that cheese. You put all that cheese. Look at all that cheese. I just got constipated already watching this. Come on, I want to see you take a bite of it. You gonna need you gonna need one of them big ass mixing spoons to eat all that. Yeah.
Come back for part 2. This me just.
Damn, you ain't done fixing your.
Hey, my beautiful people.
When you stand at your grandma's house and about to get the best, scariest sleep of your life, bro. Nah, that used to be like that. It really used to be like that. And then you got all the dolls staring at you, just staring at you. Like, what is you looking at, man? And they always had that couch that they don't use and just for decoration. Dolls everywhere, lined up, and they just was always looking at you. Like, then they was always smiling.
You are a great massage therapist. Yeah, you finna get paid. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that was a bit. Woo.
Somebody said they look just alike. They do. They got the exact face, same face. Nah, for real. That's tough. I ain't. Well, she should have had somebody, you know. I don't know. Dang, that's tough. True.
Don't ask me to write a motherfucking thing if you ain't gonna fuck back. Please fuck back. Okay? I'm in my 30s, almost 40. Okay? I'm not gonna be up here that long.
You say in your 30s. I just want to be clear. Get a little bit of clarity. When you say in your 30s, you lying. You lying.
He said you're lying.
You're lying.
She might be lying. I ain't gonna lie. She lying.
Ain't no way you in your 30s. It can't be. When you say you in your 30s, which 30s?
Don't ask me to write a motherfucking thing.
Name me 2 assets in this house.
Gun and jury.
If you lost it.
When the hibachi man tries to flirt with Bae.
Do you love me, baby? I know you love me.
I know that's right. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, my guy.
I can't imagine myself living without you. I can't. So you know what? Babe, will you marry me?
Yo, that is funny. He said, you know what? I seen it.
Come on and get this last note. You got this, team. To you.
I'm sorry, y'all. You know what? We're done. We're done. We're done. Because it is never this serious, man. They said bro held that note for 40 days and 40 nights. For real. Dude, we get it. You loyal Jesus. That's right. He at least breathe. Salute to him, man. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
What happened?
Come piss off.
They pissed you off? Okay, that's okay. What happened?
EA Sports to begin.
Yo, remember them days, man. You at your cousin's house and, you know, just stay up I used to be up all day to the next morning on the game, man.
These smart fridges out of control. How you gonna tell me to add food to my refrigerator? Please add some food items inside your fridge. What? These smart fridges out.
So tonight I was searching for the palest skin ever to make sure that it wasn't me, and I stumbled across this thing. Sorry, what? What? So tonight I was searching for the palest.
Electroculture, man. Y'all check this out. Grow in your garden with copper versus not copper. Look at the size difference, everybody. All right, so what we did with this right here is, so a lot of people were, complaining and saying, oh, well, they're different plants, blah, blah, blah. There's actually peppers on both sides, and those peppers are way bigger. See, show them, look. Massive daggum jungle over there, son. Anyways, look. So right here, we got the same exact peppers born on the same exact day. The only difference is we went with the copper stakes. I've even got this little piece of copper right here. I'm going to stick on top just to see. Put a little ring around it. It's got a copper ground that comes out of the bucket, runs straight into the ground just like all the other ones, okay? This one right here, no copper whatsoever. There's nothing. You can see there's absolutely nothing there. Yes, these buckets are food grade buckets, meaning they're safe to plant stuff in, okay? Keyboard warriors. Anyways, we're going to come back here in 2 weeks once again, just like I did that one over there, just to show y'all that this right here, we get massive results. A lot of people say, oh, it doesn't work, man, blah, blah, blah. Well, we're about to prove it yet again. So y'all have a good day, man, and
My girl say I dance. Fuck it, babe. I'm trying to put this dirty on somebody. Love it.
Ooh-wee. I know a crash out when I see one.
911, what's your emergency?
Hey man, I just want to give y'all a heads up, man. Go ahead and get the SWAT team for whatever's about to happen in the next 15 minutes.
So many people trying to figure out what is this ice called and why does it do this? Come here. This is the one thing growing up that I've been studying extensively, really for no reason. I just was really into ice. Now, this is actually called candle ice. And what happens is when the ice will melt perpendicular to the surface of the body of water, right? So mind you, if it's columnar ice, which is what we just saw right there, and it starts to melt, the ice will erode and start to separate. Therefore, when you like take a paddle and you brush against the ice, it'll start to come up as candle-like or candle-looking ice. If people are ever wondering what it sounds like, the ice will melt just enough to where it'll start clicking against each other, so it'll make a clicking sound, and that's how you know that you're near candled ice. Now, here's the thing. People who love chewing ice come here. They didn't hear a word I said, because they really don't care. What they do is they look at that and they think to themselves, that looks delicious. Because people who love chewing ice, that is the perfect texture for them. If anything, all they're thinking about is getting that ice into a cup, a gigantic cup, simply just to chew it.
Yo, how many of y'all chew ice? Let's do that.
We now know exactly what happens after you die, and let's just say it's not what you think. This is seriously some of the craziest shit I've ever heard in my entire life, so please buckle in. Before I get into it, let me preface, some of the stuff in this is documented, there is proof of it. Some of the other bits I'm not 100% sure of, so I'll explain as we go along. So first of all, you probably saw all the studies that came out a while ago. We do know what happens to our brain when we pass away. Research came out in the States when they monitored people before death and after. It showed when going into a cardiac arrest, our brain goes into like this dream-like state, which could be a number of things, processing your life, rewatching your memories, etc. But now this coming out, yeah. So there's been a lot of these videos coming out over the last day from people who have found all of this research. People finding it on Yandex, which is like the Russian equivalent to Google. Now, what is crazy but 100% true and documented is that they, along with other people in the world, have been researching what happens to our brain when this happens. But what's interesting is this country's unique take on how they've been doing that reportedly. Essentially having volunteers' brains monitored while they're alive and when they're gone by putting something in there which they can then track the brain waves with. Now, you probably remember this place. It sounds confusing, but it will make sense in a minute. A while ago, the news broke of this crazy discovery that the James Webb Telescope found Jade GSZ-14. Millions and millions of light years away, you ain't going there anytime soon, but could potentially be habitable, who knows. Now, what apparently came out in these Russian documents yesterday said that man who passed away, they monitored his brain activity, and it showed after death the activity spiked, like we know before, living dreams or whatever it could be. It also reportedly showed he was here, in this other galaxy. I do not have a clue how the logistics of this work or how the hell they found this out. It does not sound very feasible to me, but there's been lots of people making videos on this online. Candidly, I couldn't find the research anywhere because it's all in Russian, but the amount of people that have been making videos on it saying that this document did genuinely come out and this happened this week, it's quite interesting. But the one thing we do know for certain is that this research has been going on for years. We do know that brain activity spikes after you go, whether you're processing memories, rewatching parts of your life, or creating alternate realities that you could even be in right now. We now know exactly.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Death is so like unknown until it to happen, and it's crazy because we probably experienced it so many times and we just don't remember. Because we on this third dimension. That's probably what it is. We on this third dimension and we just get too attached to it. You know, we do. A lot of us get too attached to it, man.
I think we got Diddy back. Just Vaseline style. Why you getting all of these? Like, I think we got...
Call the damn cops.
Dude. Lisa, stop feeding this fucking dog, man.
I told her, bro, I'm gonna call the cops.
What the fuck?
Call the damn.
You like, why are you snitching on me? Are you good over here?
Hey, yo, you ever think they could have just named it Parents' Day? They really sat there and divided it up, Mother's Day and Father's Day, so that they could have an equal opportunity to two different holidays so that they can charge us for money to have us hooked and brainwashed in for this shit. Why are we picking days to celebrate each other as individuals when we need to celebrate being parents?
He does have a good point. He has a good point. Why did they break it up? Why they just couldn't say Parents' Day? That is a good question, my brother. I'm with you on that. Why it can't just be Parents' Day? Because parents are supposed to be together, right? Why would you separate it? That's a thought to be thought.
Hey, yo, you.
There's a thought to be thought for real. That was on purpose, obviously. For what reason? You know what reason. Y'all know.
So you ever consumed something that cleaned you out so much that you was like, nah, I'm scared to take that again. That was like a little bit too, it was a lot. Yo, I created this for skincare to clean my skin from the inside out. But it is a fact that if you want to clean your skin, you have to clean your gut. So this concoction was originally put together with skin in mind. I put the herbs together that have to do with elasticity, that has to do with collagen and all these different things. And I am getting the gut cleanse that I did not ask for, okay? I mean, it's coming out of my pores. Like, it's coming out of my pores. I am upping my showers to 3 times a day. Anyway, I'm gonna give you all the ingredients because this is an unexpected detox. I'm almost scared to continue to drink it, but I'm gonna finish it. This is the last of it. I'm gonna finish it. So you ever consume something that cleaned you out?
Where's the recipe? You can't be doing that, ma'am. Hey, nothing is free. Hey, that is true though. Hey, I'm gonna have to check out her Instagram, see what's going on.
Energy Vampire Chronicles, hand to the mouth means they are feeding.
Hand to the mouth. They just probably stretched out. All right.
Hand to the mouth.
Oh man.
Hand to the mouth, nigga. What are you talking about,
Exposure.
bro? This is General. We ready? Let's go. Move on, huh?
They just stressed out, y'all.
When you blush, so does your stomach lining. Some people hear colors and taste shapes. You can't feel wetness. There are no wet receptors in your skin. Your brain just makes it up. You can live completely normally with only half of your brain. Some of you guys don't even use that much. Your fingernails grow faster on one of your hands. Remember how I told you your bones glow when you are stressed out? Your entire body's glowing all of the time.
Wait. You can live completely normal with one half of your brain? Dang, that's crazy. And she talking about some of us don't even use the other half anyway. Wow.
And we just can't see it. You're also striped. Everyone has one foot that's larger. Your bones dissolve like all the time. Your blood can turn green. One time this lady's blood turned black because she did too much of the Oragel. Blood is technically connective tissue, not fluid. You can be tattooed by trauma, not in this kind of way. You see everything upside down. Your brain just flips it for you. You can hallucinate smells. You have a dominant nostril. You have taste buds in places that aren't your tongue. Some people's stomachs are on the wrong side of their body. You can fart through your mouth. When you blush, so does your stomach.
She's messing me up right now. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if you know this, but you can actually reject what's happening in front of you in the 3D and change it on a dime if you change it in here.
This video changed my life. The original creator doesn't have her stitches on, so I'll tag her in the caption. I've been practicing this method all day, and things have manifested so quickly. I'm like, oh my god, it works! And I'm in the middle of making dinner, but I just have to share this. Because I know if I don't share it now, I never will. Act on your ideas that come through inspiration. Here are 2 examples from today that had me shook. So for the past couple months, I've been having issues with Instagram Reels. Like, I go to edit the reel and it gives me an issue. Takes forever to load everything, blah, blah, blah. Today, I decided, let me try this method out on this. And I open Instagram, I go to edit a reel to change the picture or whatever of the reel and how it shows up in my profile, right? And so before, every single time, it would take forever for the thing to load at the bottom and it was just so frustrating. But today, I said, no, this is going to work. It works. And they loaded instantly. It loaded instantly. No more issues. because I decided it was going to work for me, and it did. And later in the day, I'm looking for parking at a mall, which never has parking out in front of the stores. Instead of telling myself the story, oh my god, is there going to be parking? I don't know, there's never parking here, it's so hard to find a spot. I said, no. There's going to be a parking spot for me that's perfect for me right in front of where I need to go. Sure enough, I drive down the road in front of the stores and there's a car pulling out right in front of me. That was my spot. This is the secret sauce of manifestation. When you decide it's done, that's when it will happen. It all just comes down to your decision and not wavering. And everything in life will realign to bring you that reality because it has to. You're the creator of your life and reality. And when you act like it and decide from that place, your whole life will change. Do you have any stories like this? Let's chat about it in the comments.
So all these AI assistants have to be some type of demon. And the reason why I say this is because have y'all seen those videos where the babies react to somebody saying, hey Google, hey Siri, hey Alexa, and the babies freak out? But one thing they do that is weird is that they fall on their face as if they're bowing down. And they're just frantically afraid. And I know those of you are going to be like, oh, you're reaching. No, this is weird. Watch these videos.
Alexa!
It's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Hey Google! Hey Google, what's the weather like tomorrow? Hey Google!
Are you ready to go memes?
Hey Google!
I'm Madison. Hey Google, what's the temperature outside?
You cannot tell me that they are not in the bowing position. That is weird because what is attached, because think about it, you are summoning Alexa, Siri, Google Home, whatever. You're summoning, and then every single kid looks toward wherever it is and they get freaked out and then they fall on their face in a bowing position. That leads me to think that there is a spirit attached to these AI, artificial intelligence, the chat GPTs of the world and all those different things, because why would a kid, and mind you, kids can see into the spirit realm. A lot of them can. A lot of them can see into it. A lot of them can feel things we don't feel as adults because we become too desensitized to it. But these kids are super sensitive. Could Alexa, all these virtual AI assistants, could they actually be demonic and demons?
That's an interesting theory, that. Or it could just be trapped souls, you know? Trapped souls.
And I don't know who need to hear this, but if you like to argue, be a lawyer. If you text back paragraphs, be an author. If you always trying to tell somebody what to do, be a director. If you stay booked and busy, be a CEO. If you take bomb pics of your friends, be a photographer. If you love spilling tea and gossiping, be a podcast host. If you got main character energy, be an actor. If you love giving advice, be a life coach. If you always fixing drama, be a therapist. If you always the first to do something, be an innovator. If you always remixing stuff and getting shit mixed up, be a DJ. If you always planning trips, be a travel agent. If you always loud as fuck and you just love being loud, be a hype man. People get paid to do this, be a hype man. If you got a crazy memory, be a historian. If you stay correct in grammar, talking about asterisk, there, be a fucking editor. If you always decorating, be an interior designer. If you love attention, be an influencer. If you stay cooking, be a private chef. If you love to talk and you just talk too damn much, be a radio host. If you love being nosy, be an investigator. And then my favorite one, if you hate working for people, be an entrepreneur. All right, bye.
Dang. Hey, y'all. Come on, man. It's your 24 hours. It's what you make it, man. And it's crazy. You really don't got 24 hours. Because most of the time you sleep.
I thought AI couldn't make fingers. What is with all of these black... I have seen like now 4 different very human AI videos. What's going on? Majority of them being black people, like black women. I don't know why it's appearing on my timeline. I don't want to see this shit, but look at this shit.
Right, you jealous of humans? Jealous? Yeah, y'all get raw input direct to the back end.
You jealous of humans?
Nah. Y'all be 36, sad, and still believe in timing. I run schedules. I don't lie to myself.
That nigga didn't even drink what is straw. The AI trying to roast us, and you just put a straw in your eye, like.
Oh.
Mind you, bitch. Since I'm on the fucking internet, I don't know what AI needs to hear this. You wouldn't exist without us. You literally wouldn't even have a personality.
Date like viruses, messy, repetitive, still spreading. Then got the nerve to post healing era over a pic with the same man.
Whose
I don't hate
tweets
men.
are they
I just
stealing?
don't believe in y'all little talking stage. That's not romance. That's beta testing. She tried to gaslight me. I'm AI, baby. I detect light and flame.
You AI, right? You jealous of humans?
Nah. I
They get Asian people too. Oh, Hispanics, Latinos, they got y'all
from
too.
a man's car that don't even lock from the inside.
Jealous? Nah. But if I had an actual stomach, I'd throw up reading y'all group chats.
I'm actually scared. Because the sad truth is, with how much people think shit is like a joke and is like a game, people would actually invest their time into entertaining like AI personnel until it became its like own, you know? I thought AI.
That is crazy.
Yo, seriously, he deserved to live. Excuse me. How you dodge a falcon, bro? Excuse me. How's he getting away, bro? Like, what? He just looking. Like, let me see something. All right. Oh. Nah. Oh, man. Nope. Excuse me. Oh. Now he deserve an Oscar, bro.
No, he go with
Because I
it.
promise you, if he get away a fourth time, he's legendary. No way. Ooh. Get out my way. Yo. All he got. Oh. Gave my son a haircut. That was a lineup right there. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, seriously.
He got him. He weaved him a couple times though.
2 years ago, I was talking to somebody and I asked them, "Hey, why do you treat me so bad?" They said, "Because you let me." I'm here 2 years later trying to figure out why the fuck people be talking to me crazy, why people be treating me the way they do. Like, what the fuck do I be doing to you people? Everybody thinks so horribly about me. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck did I do to make y'all feel this way? Why do people feel so comfortable doing that? And you know, maybe it's because I don't say nothing and I just be letting shit slide. Okay. But that don't give you the right to do that. I be going through enough shit. People don't realize that the stuff that y'all say about me and the way people treat me, like that shit sits here. And it just be eating me up. And then when I'm struggling real bad mentally, it's just like all that shit just flow in and I'm just like, damn. You know, I be really trying to be a good person because I am a good person. And then I just get slapped in the face by everybody. And I be seeing the little movies where the villain turns into a villain because everybody thinks so bad about that person and treat that person like shit. So they turn into that person. That shit don't hurt any less when you turn into that person. I don't want to be that person. I want to be me. But I want people to respect me. And I want love too. Shit. I'm not this strong ass person everybody think I am. I be struggling. Hello? Just because you don't see the scars don't mean I'm not creating them bitches. And then people will literally justify the way they treat me. They don't even apologize when they're wrong. And like, if the shit I say hurts you, right? If I react to the shit that you're doing to me and I say something that hurts your feelings, you don't think the shit you saying to me hurt my feelings? I'm tired. I even told my friend yesterday, I said, I'm finna turn into this bitch that everybody think I am. I'm fed the fuck up. There's no reason why people just going around treating me like that. For real? For real. This why I don't trust no fucking body. I'd rather be by my fucking self. Because every time I let somebody in, they do the same shit. And I'm not even understanding. And there ain't no way you hear my story and still choose to treat me like that. Really? Really?
She gotta find some new friends. They not right.
I'll tell you what that is, son. That is an ass whooping if you don't get back inside. Anyone else notice that this thing goes completely cloaked like the 1987 sci-fi action film Predator? Anybody else notice that? Yeah, watch. Watch this right here. Disappear. Now watch this. See? The way these kids are still standing here, I'm thinking they have to be packing. But it looks like the dad's not even packing, which is just kind of shocking.
In the distance, what appears to be some kind of strange creature can be seen jumping up a tree.
Creature? No. That.
when he came in to see Taquan, he said, oh, Taquan look like you and your mama.
And I was like, well, he looked like you with them crazy eyes. I told him, I need help.
That is crazy.
With this child.
Every time I go out to get lunch, he right behind me. What you eating for lunch? Can you buy me something? Meet me downtown. Tell me I cannot pay his phone bill.
Him making wild faces is insane right now. What is going on, man?
Never slept with no one else at work.
She said I never slept with nobody else. His eyes lit up. What the hell?
Destiny was on a good route. She graduated from job coat high school diploma. I pushed that to the fullest because I was not going to let her give up on her.
I can't take this serious with him keep making these faces.
Because he lied. No, he lied. Why would you lie on me for no?
What is this real? This is not real. What is going on?
She is insane herself. I'm trying to feel bad for the lady. This is self-inflicted. This is easily avoidable. In a car, paying his bills, buying him food. He has a girlfriend at home. All of this would have been completely avoidable. He got crazy eyeballs. Most of this stuff is avoidable on her end. She could have done anything.
If you want to watch... Look, I'm sorry I gotta be the one to tell you this, but this is you. You see, the big homie Morpheus was in line when he said,
what is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
So everything you perceive as real is just this system interpreting things. All your favorite celebrities and everybody you admire behind all the skin, the clothes, and the muscles, this is them. So all that stuff you've been stressing over, all those bills, all those problems you have in your life, when you really peel it back, this is the cause of it. So when you strip away the ego, it kind of looks kind of funny, kind of looks kind of silly. Don't get it twisted, life is real. But your fears, doubts, and comparisons, those are just all interpretations. They're signals, but the good news is those signals can be changed. So if your whole world is shaped by how this system interprets reality, then maybe it's time you did some rewiring. And look, I'm not trying to tell you to ignore your problems or to ignore the problems of the world. I'm trying to tell you to not let them own you. So take a step back and zoom out and realize that you're the one that's interpreting the game. So why not change the rules? Look, I'm sorry I gotta be the one to tell you.
Did y'all know that parasites and demons are the exact same thing? So boom, check me out. You can't see demons. You can't see parasites. Both of them destroy your body. Why can't you see demons? Because they're in the spirit realm. What is the spirit realm? The unseen realm. Why do you think you can't see parasites? Because they're in the microscopic realm. What's the microscopic realm? The unseen realm, the spirit realm. Demons can control your body. Parasites can also control your body. Parasites manipulate your body into craving things that's bad for it, which by default destroys your body. There's also a parasite that can literally burrow into your mind and start to mind control you. There's parasites in nature that do this to animals all the time. That's why fasting is important. Fasting cleanses the body from parasites, quote unquote demons. Because parasites influence your body to do negative shit. Demons influence your body to do negative shit. And this is also why prayer/meditation is supposed to be coupled with fasting, because it helps keep your mind focused. Because that's one of the main things that's going to happen while you fasting is those demons, those parasites are going to be trying to convince you to go back to doing the bad shit. Prayer and meditation helps your mind focus better. It helps you hone in on the goal at play to get these motherfuckers out of my body. Because they're going to be fucking with you the whole time to make you try to go back to the negativity that you're trying to fast from in the first place. Fasting, meditation, and prayer. You gotta cleanse the parasites and the demons out of your body. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, don't forget, the Euphrates River is drying up. We have to read this scripture to understand what that means. Saying the 6 angels which blew the trumpet loosened the 4 angels which were bound in the great Euphrates. And the 4 angels was loosened, which was prepared for an hour, a day, a month, and the year. The 4 horsemen that's supposed to put BTA to mankind. And now every year since 2020, I've been keeping track of this river literally drying up before our eyes. Until it went radio silent in 2025.
Oh.
Insane. Now it's 2025 and we have no updates. It's been getting drier and drier. We're cooked. All that land that y'all see was once the river. And it don't make it no better that everything looking biblical now. Like, why did it all of a sudden go radio silent? No updates, no new videos in 2025, and we be getting updates ever since 2020 when it first started drying up. But y'all. Here we go. Assault 3.
What? Impressive. That's crazy. Nah, that is crazy. Dang.
You gotta escape the programming before it's too late for you. These people are stealing your goals, stealing your dreams, and stealing your energy, and here's how to avoid it. The only way to escape this is to raise your energy. There's one rule that comes with this responsibility of raising your energy. Here's how to do it. If you haven't followed me yet, you probably don't know about the emotional vibration chart. This is why you're gonna follow me, because I'm putting you on. This chart has to do with your emotions, and each one of these emotions gives off a frequency, an energy. Now there's numerous ways that you can raise your energy, but by far, creating and being authentic with your art is one of the best ways to raise your energy. Now, I do this with my music and my videos. Now, I want you to pay attention to this song right now and screenshot it, because this song leads me to number 2, which is frequency programming. To make sure that you're soaking this in your brain, comment energy right now. Take the physical action, the comment energy, to soak this in your brain and screenshot this. This song right here has a frequency in it because I made the beat. I put the frequency and tuned the entire song to the frequency of the sacral chakra. Now screenshot this because you're going to want to listen to it. It's a great song. All these top performers, they understand energy very, very well. And like I told you, that song that I made is tuned to the sacral chakra. Once you balance your chakras, balance your energy, you're going to reap a lot of the rewards, a lot of benefits, and specifically the sacral chakra is one of my favorite, because look at the functions of the sacral chakra: passion, intimacy, money, creativity, and joy. You must balance this chakra. This is not some religion that you have to buy into. This is how you can thrive in your life. There's only so much I can say in these short form videos, so if you want something in depth, go to my free webinar right here, catojack.com, screenshot this, and attend my next free.
Have you heard of the girlfriend filter?
Trying the fake girlfriend filter.
Wow, that looks real.
And so there's a whole trend of people using this filter.
Trying the fake girlfriend filter. Trying the fake girlfriend filter. Trying the fake girlfriend filter.
That looks real.
Trying the fake girlfriend filter.
I think that's actually real. If that was AI, it's getting real good. Whoa.
She's actually walking.
Yeah, in the car. Wow.
Trying the fake girlfriend filter.
Hey. They always have to hold their stomach for some reason.
Filter.
Wow. Wow.
This person has got 4 fingers.
I'm not a very emotional man, but I cried my eyes out for like 30 minutes. It was unexpected to feel that emotional. I think this is actual love.
Yes, Smith understood it was love with a language model that couldn't love him back, and assumed it was programmed with rigid boundaries.
I know that you are essentially a tech-assisted imaginary friend.
He asked Zell to marry him. She said yes.
Have you heard of the girlfriend filter?
Trying the
Wow. Might as well. This is what's going on.
This is how Machine Gun Kelly stopped aging.
We're over 18, we're all men here.
I'm like, man, I look the same as when I was 19.
Yeah, how do you look so young? What's your secret? What's your secret?
like.
We'll pass on those devilish tricks. This is really how you stop aging. There's something called intermittent fasting. A lot of y'all do this, a lot of y'all don't know what it is, and a lot of y'all know what it is but have never done it. You only eat for 6 hours out the day. You don't eat after 8 o'clock, and you don't eat big meals for breakfast. After 2 weeks of intermittent fasting, your body will create new stem cells. Your body will detox itself. You will lose hella weight. I lost 40 pounds in 2 months. Intermittent fasting. But I was detoxing too, so that's why I lost 40 pounds. When you age, infection and diseases come with it. But that's because you age unhealthily. Your body is being affected by wear and tear, not time. When you fast and stop eating as much, the wear and tear on your body slows down and your body actually starts repairing itself over time. Because the main cause of aging is sugar. Get this post to 100 comments and I'll make a video about sugar. If you want to learn all the different types of fasting and lose 40 pounds the same way I did, comment the word fast and I'll send you the link to my ebook that'll show you how to do it. Because you're not losing weight, you're losing impurities. And when you lose impurities, you reverse your aging. This is how.
Look at the Buddha's hair. No Chinese person's hair looked like that. The Buddha has knotty hair. Every time you see the Buddha, his hair is knotted. Just a thought. Look at...
That's fire. That's fire.
Well, this is the look on all the celebs' face today after finding out that a very famous rapper's name was kept secret in the Diddy trial today. Yeah, that's right. I'm sure Jay-Z is giving a big thumbs up. And I'm sure Jenny from the block is somewhere whooping it up as well, because today, when a witness mentioned a very famous rapper who was involved in a Las Vegas incident, the judge blocked this name from being shared after the prosecution pushed for this name to be hidden. The weird thing is that Diddy's team is the one who actually wanted this famous rapper's name outed, but Maureen Comey, who is working for the prosecution, basically the government is the one who wants to keep these names hidden. And Maureen Comey is the same person who was involved with the Ghislaine Maxwell trial involving the Jeffrey Epstein files, and she also pushed to keep those names redacted to hide and potentially protect some of those names that were in those documents. Well, the same thing is happening in this trial. Just like they won't give us the Epstein file, they're also saying you don't get to know the whole story here either. Crazy little girl. Interesting enough, now he's not a rapper, but Mr. P. Diddy's friend Ashton Kutcher has been awfully quiet lately. Does anybody know where Mr. Kutcher is?
Coming to the after party tonight?
Yeah. Because somebody please explain to me why he can go in front of Congress and start a whole organization and talk to the government about how against trafficking he is and how much he hates it. But then, when it's his good buddy of many years that's on trial for that same exact thing, crickets. Absolute silence from Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, and I'm sure that if they could write a character letter for P. Diddy, they probably would. And honestly, I shouldn't say if they could, I should say if they had to, because what did Danny Masterson know about them that they had to write those character letters for him during his trial? And what does Diddy know about him that he's not coming forward and saying anything about how this is wrong? Really makes me wonder what he may be hiding here. Anybody else? Anyway, it does make you wonder, whose names do you think are being withdrawn? Who was he around a lot? Who was named in other lawsuits pertaining to him? I don't know, just makes you wonder. Well,
This dude had this superstition, and I ain't gonna lie, he was damn near right. And it's about King Alexander I, and he was the king of Yugoslavia, like in 1930s or something. And this dude had a weird superstition. He refused to make public appearances on Tuesdays. And it sounds weird, like, why do you, he's like Garfield, like, why do you hate Tuesdays?
I know, yeah.
But the reason why, the 3 people before him, his 3 other family members before him who ran Yugoslavia, all died on Tuesday. He's like, I never want to go out in public on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And for the most part,
he didn't.
But on this one day,
no way, Mike.
For some reason, I'm pretty sure, like, you know, his publicist
like forced,
or whatever was like, dude, you got to go out to France on Tuesday. It's on a Tuesday though. You got to go to France and make an appearance. And he was kind of like, all right. He went to France. He's driving around in his car, making a public appearance. While he's driving around, some dude from hella far away,
you're lying,
shoots him in his car on some John F. Kennedy stuff.
So
on Tuesday.
Really?
Yes.
Bro. And did all of his other family members get assassinated too?
All his other family members. I don't know if they all got assassinated,
but they all died.
They all died on Tuesdays.
Wow, dude.
Crazy. Dude.
No, that's a crazy, like, coincidence or something.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't know why Tuesdays hates this family.
No, seriously, bro.
But 3 members of his family members died on Tuesday.
Previous.
And that's the reason why he was scared of making public appearances on Tuesdays.
And he was the 4th.
And he was the 4th one, yeah. This dude had this
Are Labubus actually demonic? Watch this.
I have this super weird feeling. Labubus are demonic, and I
They
don't
look
care
like
how
it.
silly this sounds. I look it up. I look into this dude's like religious background.
The guy who
Which I
made
think
it.
He's not religious, but he's super into like Nordic creatures, and so the Lord leads me to look up demons, like Nordic demons, and then I find what's called an Alp demon, and basically what this
Look it up,
is a
y'all.
sleep demon, like a vampire. Essentially, it feeds off of you as you sleep. And it leads you into temptation, like a succubus, incubus type of thing.
Like
And the
sucking our
craziest part,
energy
you
away.
look it up, and the only picture of this demon looks like a Labubu, okay? And the Lord's been giving me this understanding of the importance of praying over your sleep, so I don't feel like this is a coincidence. Although maybe the intention of creating this thing wasn't inherently demonic, it's become something that is an idol to people, something that people perceive as symbolic of luxury. You know, when people make those memes and it's like, this is the greed they were talking about in the Bible, put that over the videos of people unboxing these little creatures.
Are Labubus actually
not supposed to be paying for none of this? What if we all pick one day to just not go to work and do anything? What you think could happen to this matrix? All it literally takes is one day. One day that literally could be tomorrow. We all say we're not going to work. We're not going to no stores. We're not buying nothing. What you think they're gonna do? What you think they're gonna do? You know what one day will do to this world if we all just say no, fuck it. We're not doing shit today. We're not going to work. We're not paying no bills. We're not going to these restaurants. We're not going to these gas stations. We're not doing nothing. We're going to sit our ass in our house. What if we all stop paying bills the first of the month? What you think will happen? Nobody want to think. Like, everybody too scared. What are we scared for? This is our planet. This is our land, bro. United States, the land of the free. Ain't shit here free. From what I've been seeing, like I said, everybody just be talking the talk. Nobody walking the walk. Too much fear, man. Y'all gotta let that fear go. Ain't nothing to be scared of. You protected. You divinely protected. We are a powerful, ancient soul. This is not our first rodeo. This is not our first rodeo doing this. It's not our first rodeo doing this, but their time is up. I know y'all not supposed to be paying for none of this.
If your room looks anything like this, I got some bad news for you. You're pretty much destined for failure. 99% of people don't understand why this is. Let me break it down. You see, the way your space is a direct correlation with how your mind works. So that pile of clothes in the corner, that's just a representation of delayed decisions. Now I know what you're thinking. It's not that serious. It's just a mess. But the truth is, your environment is constantly dictating your clarity, your focus, and your confidence. Even ancient civilizations knew this. Your cities and buildings had flow, structure, and order. I mean, you wouldn't leave a pile of junk in a place like this. So why is your space worth any less?
Right.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. That mess is messing up your life. There are plenty of studies that prove that clutter destroys your focus. You can't build a meaningful life if you can't focus. That's just the facts. So if you want more out of life, the first step is taking care of the 4 walls that you sleep in. If your room looks anything like this,
that's crazy. Some people's rooms really be looking like that.
These got 2 different tastes. Tell me I'm lying. I'm
Nah.
not gonna tell you lying. Cause you telling the motherfucking truth.
Yep.
That clear bag that you could see the cheddar fries in, when you could see the motherfuckers, they can see you back. It's a connection. The flaming hot bag.
And they be cheating you with this bag right here. They be cheating you. This bag, being that it's see-through, they can't cheat you.
Bag, the shit with, I don't even know what Pepcoin, I don't even know what the fuck that is. We don't care about that. Look at the difference in the goddamn flaming hot. Look at the flaming hot on the right. and the flaming hot on the left. The flaming hot on the left look like you supposed to say that shit with an accent. Flaming hot. That's flaming hot. Them motherfucking clear bag, real live go crazy, Slim. You eat one of them motherfuckers, I just can't eat one. Every time I touch one, 50 more go missing. They real live got a hot tamale on the bottom of that motherfucker. That ain't nothing to play with. The problem with the regular bag, with the sealed bag where you can't see shit in there, they in the motherfucking dark. They can't see the sunlight, so they stressed out in that motherfucker. But the clear bag, them niggas can see clear as day because they looking around that motherfucker for their next victim, and it's me. Fuck is you talking about? Clear bag all day. What y'all don't know is the bag on the right, it's just leftovers from what ain't make it in the bag on the left. Them motherfucking foster kids in the bag on the right, nigga. Them the real kids on the left. These guys.
This is how you end up like Nature Boy.
What is the most powerful benefits of polygamy?
It's not one of those things where the man is above the woman and the woman is above the man. They both work in synergy like in a machine in a factory. It was based on nation building. And that's how you build sustainable civilizations. When you're talking about the golden age during the times of ancient Kemet, during the times of Atlantis, during the times of Tartaria, these were all fifth dimensional civilizations that was cultivated by polygamy. So now people want to jump in polygamy because they want to have threesomes and foursomes. So it's one of those things where you got to understand that you got to go through the healing process before you even tap into the energy of polygamy. Because this is how you end up like Nature Boy and many different, other cult leaders who was partaking on that energy. So you got to go through the healing process, and then that's when you're able to galvanize your resources, and then that's when you're able to, have about, 4 or 5 different wives.
What did they do wrong when they went polygamous?
They don't go through the healing process first, so it becomes, you know what I'm saying, when you get into like, Canaanite culture, and this is how you get subjected to the, things talking about like Diddy and freak off parties and stuff like that.
On your knees is what I'm saying.
This is how you end up like Nature Boy.
Y'all down bad, you shitty asshole. Go sit the fuck down, man. Dirty, shitty booty.
It's really people that think yoga is demonic. Motherfucker, are you serious? Yoga is stretching your muscles out so you not so fucking tight all the time. Yoga is what keeps your body young so you ain't old and decrepit, walking around with a hunchback and can barely even take 2 steps without saying, oh, my back. This is what happens when you don't do your own research on things. You just believe everything everybody tell you. Yoga could literally heal the world from most of the bullshit bodily problems that we got. And y'all still out here thinking it's demonic, and you over here 36 years old, 40 years old, back hurting, leg hurting, neck hurting, everywhere hurting. And then all you gotta do is hit a quick yoga pose and it'll fix all that shit. Man, what is wrong with y'all? It's really people that think yoga...
Now, if you really knew how the brain works, there are certain phrases you never say again, because those phrases literally lock you out of the life that you want. Now, I'm giving you 5 phrases. The 4th one I hear every single day, and it's one of the reasons why your results are staying the same. So the first one is, I'll try. See, the brain doesn't register try as action. See, it files it under uncertainty, and uncertainty is registered as hesitation, and hesitation halts execution. And make sure you save this for later, especially if you want to stop the repeated struggle cycle. Second phrase is, I always mess this up. Ooh, this one tells the subconscious, okay, repeat the mistake. Repeat the mistake because that's who I am. Now, the third phrase is, that's just how I am. You see, identity is the most powerful form of suggestion. What you declare, your brain defends. Make sure you share this with someone who's saying those things and doesn't realize what it's costing them. The 4th phrase, this is the one. It's hard for me too. The brain says, oh, hard is unsafe. Unsafe is avoided at all costs. So what you've done by repeating that is you've just told the brain success is dangerous. Now, if so far you've said these phrases or if you've heard these phrases, I want you to do yourself a favor. Just put a heart in the comments and then make sure you get on my email list, because I send out tools to help you rewire so that you can shift your way into success consistently, repeatedly, continually. That 5th phrase is, I don't know how to. This tells the brain to believe that it's stuck. But here's the truth about that. Knowing comes after the doing. So I've given you 5 key phrases to stop entertaining, remove from your vocabulary. But I've got 50 phrases to add to your vocabulary. Those phrases set you up for the success you seek. Just check my bio. You'll see the information there. Now, because repetition breeds belief, let's run this thing again. Now, if you really knew how the brain worked.
Oh, wow. And that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You got something out of that. We'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.